win over Friends earlier today, 7-3 to move on into the winner's bracket as we bring in Blake Griffin for the first time this week. Blake, glad to have you, and what a matchup we have. We know all the things that coming into this one, the backstory with Coach Grinder coaching at Oklahoma Wesleyan, and of course Ottawa starting the year off in conference play, sweeping the Eagles to kind of get off to a good start.
Yeah, it should be a good one. 2 KCAC juggernauts last year, and 2 going forward. Oklahoma Wesleyan with a little bit of a struggle of a year to start it out, but much like OU Braves softball, coming out hot at the right time.
But you mentioned that winners of 11 straight for the Eagles coming into this evening here, a very different ball club than what Ottawa saw a year ago. Braves will send out Hector Sepulveda to start it tonight. He went 5 innings in that win against Sterling on Sunday, so he is fresh coming in today as he is going to match up against Kellen Brothers, the right-handed pitcher for the Eagles. We're going to take a break. We come back, we will give you some more insight and pregame. You're listening to Braves Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Learning to work as part of a team is a trait that not only benefits students and athletes now, but can help them as leaders of tomorrow. This is Eric Price, funeral director and owner of Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Homes, proud to sponsor this sports broadcast on KOFO. Visit lamb-roberts.com.
My name is Jose Trejo. I'm a junior here at Ottawa University, and I'm currently studying exercise science. One of my favorite things about OU is that it's a small community, and coming from Western Kansas, where all there is small country towns, I felt right at home as everyone kind of just felt like family. It's a great community. It has a lot of support behind it, and most of the professors here are extremely well about getting you to understand the knowledge that they want you to understand.
Education for a lifetime at Ottawa University. To find out more, visit online at ottawa.edu.
Do you know if your AC is ready to beat the heat this summer? You can find out by calling Adamson Brothers today at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers, maintaining your comfort since 1983.
Welcome back as Ottawa has taken the field in the black jerseys this evening with the white pants and black socks, black caps. It's the OU on top in the American flag colors. Yes, it is. Looking over at the Ottawa bench. Oklahoma Wesleyan in the navy blue tops, gray pants for them, and the navy blue hats as Ottawa's going to send Hector Sepulveda to the mound to start it off for the Braves as Hector, a senior, and looking at his numbers, 61 innings pitched is a 2.66 ERA as he makes start number 13. He is 6-0 on the year, 2 of those complete games. And tell us a little bit more about Hector, Blake.
Well, 6-0, those Ks really up there, 95, striking out people at a very, very high clip with a 14.02 Ks per 9 innings. That's first in the KCAC. Going to see a lot of full counts and going to see a lot of 2 strikes with Hector as he's going to fill things up and try to nibble the corners, sometimes to his detriment, but has been perfect this year so far.
And as we get set defensively here today, as we try and get these starters to you quickly, of course, Sizemore behind the plate, Bone at first. Wisner will be at second. At short will be the freshman Carson Johnson. At third will be Logan Zazaya. And then it will be Jeffers out and left as we will get you the batting lineup here after the top of the first inning as they are wanting to get this thing started quickly. It's 7:26 as we get ready for first pitch. The Braves, the number 1 seed, the regular season champions, so far the greatest season in school history, but Ottawa is greedy and they want both titles if they can get it, and they've got to go through their old rivals in Oklahoma Wesleyan to get it started. As it'll be Seth Delgado to lead it off. Delgado was 2 for 5 in the win over Friends earlier today. Came up with a couple doubles, scored a couple runs. And the first pitch from Sepulveda is right down the middle for strike 1.
Yeah, Delgado leading this Eagles team in batting average with 402. Been on a little bit of a tear. We mentioned a little bit about him being moved from catcher to left field in this game.
First pitch goes at 7:27. Second pitch almost in the exact same spot, but cold the ball, and the count evens at 1-1. 1-1 delivery, a breaking ball that bounces in front. Nicely snagged by Sizemore, but it's 2-1.
It'll be interesting Sepulveda deals with the mound. A little different than the mound we see back home, though both turf. This one seems to have a bit more steepness off.
2-1 pitch is fouled back by Delgado, who has made the change. He was the catcher last year on this Oklahoma Wesleyan team. A freshman last year, he's turned into kind of a leader for this group. They moved him out to left field, and he's the leadoff guy now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. First batter of the game for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Breaking ball that spoiled by Delgado as we stay at 2-2. We mentioned all week. The turf that's been added here at Great Bend, major improvement. We'll talk a little bit more about the dimensions that have changed a little bit as well. 2-2 pitch from Sepulveda. Strike three swinging, and down goes Delgado for out number one. Is kind of a unique setup, Blake, when you look at this turf. We talked a little bit about it. They've moved home plate back about 10 feet. It was 390 to dead center last year. It's 400 now. But you've got some excess turf behind, kind of in the shallow right, center, and left. That kind of makes it a little goofy, I think, for maybe some infielders that are running out on some fly balls.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see those shallow pop flies, those Bermuda triangles, whether or not they get caught with the difference. And
brings up Cody Muncie, the lefty. 0-1 pitch, who has been red hot. He swings at a breaking ball behind 0-2, and someone that they have needed to get going this year, and he's done it over the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, talk about Muncie. I think I saw something on NAI Ball's Twitter that he's hit 16 home runs in the last about 2 months.
Sepulveda goes back to the breaking ball, and Muncie lays off. If you look at his numbers, 14 homers, 39 RBIs. He's hitting .357 on the year. Power hitting lefty. 1 ball and 2 strikes for Sepulveda on Muncie. Delivery from Hector goes back to the fastball and blows it by him for out number 2. Back-to-back strikeouts for Hector.
And leaning heavily on that fastball to get the strikeout in the first 2 at-bats. Not something we see from Hector often. Likes to live with that slider, but I've seen very little of it here to start.
Batting third for the Eagles is number 18, Mason Brinkley, a 5'9" senior from Atoka, Oklahoma. Transfer from the University of Evansville. Breaking ball. Hector are on here in Great Bend, and the shadows definitely playing a part right now, Blake.
Yeah, something that Ottawa might, or both these teams might be a little not used to, as most of these KCAC games are played in the daylight. Not a lot of teams have lights.
0-1 pitch just below the knees. It's 1-1 on a fastball from Sepulveda.
And Hector looks absolutely juiced up on the mound. I bet you if you looked at that radar gun, he's probably pumping 93, probably his tops he's seen on the season.
1-1 pitch from Sepulveda. Gonna miss just below the knees again, but he's in the vicinity. 2-1 as Brinkley lays off of it. Brinkley hitting .408, 6 homers and 33 RBI. 2 balls and 1 strike, 2 outs. Top of the first inning, 2-1 delivery from Sepulveda. Hit to the right side of the infield. It gets by Weisner, and a 2-out single for the Eagles. The lefty just able to turn on it a little bit.
Yeah, really stuck that one. Seen a lot of balls leave bats with a lot of velocity, especially watching that Kansas Wesleyan game that we saw just before this one.
Brings up the catcher, Nicholas Chavez, sophomore out of Duncanville, Texas, and a runner on base right now for the Eagles as they get hit number 1 in the top of the first. First time we'll see Hector work out of the stretch. First pitch to Chavez, popped up and out of play. 0-1. Eagles, who made the switch to Adidas last year, completely changing their colors. Used to be red, gray, and blue. They've now gone to a blue and gold look. The numbers are in gold tonight with the Oklahoma Wesleyan O with the eagle coming out of it, the right side of the jersey, and the number on the left side. 0-1 breaking ball is going to get by Sizemore, and taking second base and getting into scoring position is going to be Brinkley. Stole a wild pitch. That was in the other batter's box, and unfortunately taking the base for the Eagles is Brinkley. So into scoring position go the Eagles in the top of the first. One thing we saw from Oklahoma Wesleyan this morning is they'll jump on you right away. They were up 7-0 just a couple innings in on Prince.
Yeah, definitely a team that likes to get on you early. We saw that with Tabor as well.
Breaking ball that has Chavez fishing, and it's 1-2.
And Chavez just honored in between games. They brought out all KCAC teams, was second team for the KCAC.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second for the Eagles. 1-2 delivery from Hector. Breaking ball that just catches a piece of the bat and trickles near us.
Yeah, you'd like to see Nick squeeze that a little bit better, but not always an easy play.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the first inning. Hector retired the first 2 on strikeouts. Give up a single to Brinkley. Chavez at the plate. Hector trying to get out of this inning. He'll look twice to second. 1-2 pitch. Right around the knees. Misses a little low. 2-2. Look pretty good from here. He's going to step off the mound for just a second.
Yeah, this first inning very crucial for an umpire's zone. And we're starting to see the lower part of the zone maybe not there consistently.
2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Top of the first. 2-2 on the way from Hector. And that's going to be strike 3 looking. Tires them inside as Ottawa will come to the plate. No score. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
Why Boot Barn for your business? Because nothing is more important than your workers' safety and your peace of mind. With a commercial account at Boot Barn, you get a customized program specific to your business. The largest assortment of work boots and workwear for every industry. The convenience of having a one-source nationwide supplier and nationwide customization. You need safety and compliance. We have your back. Commercial accounts at Boot Barn Work.
Stitch Fix presents Keegan-Michael Key's Wardrobe Breakup.
The jeans with holes in the wrong places. Too tight sweaters and shoes with torn laces. Gonna bounce the clothes and fit me like a glove. I'm gonna Stitch Fix it and find a brand new love.
That's right, Stitch Fix makes it easy to get clothes you'll love by doing the shopping for you. So go to StitchFix.com and get $20 off your first purchase within 2 days of sign-up. Terms and conditions apply.
Gonna Stitch Fix it.
Hector Sepulveda strikes out the side in the top of the first inning. So the Braves will come to the plate. They'll start it with Jonah Weisner, followed by Tyler Farnham. But Blake, tell us a little bit about Kellen Brothers on the mound for the Eagles.
Yeah, Kellen Brothers making start number 13, appearance number 15, a 7-3 records, 2 saves. So been a bit of a utility man for the Eagles. 88 innings pitched, 4.50 ERA, and 125 Ks. That leads the KCAC in strikeouts. Last time we saw Kellen Brothers face Ottawa was on March 5th, game 2 of that series, where the Braves won 11-8. Little late inning heroics was needed in that game. Kellen Brothers did get the start, went 6 innings, gave him 9 hits, 6 earned, walked 1, struck out 7, but got the no decision.
And he will face off against Jonah Weisner here in just a second. Defensive alignment, Delgado in left, Richardson in center, Logan and right. They'll have Gonzalez at third, Manone at short, Brinkley at second, Muncy at first, and Chavez behind the plate. And just kind of watching the release here from Kellen Brothers, definitely someone that has a lot of length. Not going to really come at you so far, what I've seen just from the warm-ups, with a lot of speed, but has a really nice curveball that he was working on there in warm-up pitches. Interesting look, too, here, Blake, going with the high pants almost over the top of the stirrups.
Yeah, stirrups always something that you gotta be able to pull off. You either pull them off or you don't. It's a judgment call.
And he'll face off against first team all KCAC second baseman Jonah Weisner. And if there was a newcomer of the year, which we did hear from softball this week, there is a newcomer of the year coming in the KCAC. Jonah would have definitely won that this year for his play. First pitch is high to Weisner, hitting .439, 16 home runs, 55 RBIs, and what a way to start it off for OU this year.
Yeah, Weisner with that .439 batting average, leading the KCAC. Him and Bone battling at the top, just 8 points between the two of them.
He'll foul one back to the backstop as the count is 1-1. 1-1 delivery to Weisner. Going to chop it to second softly. Brinkley to his left. And the throw is in time for the first out.
Yeah, seemed to be a little out in front of that. You mentioned that not going to come at you with a lot of velocity. Seemed like Jonah was ahead, maybe rolled that one over. So we'll see if that continues here.
One down for Tyler Farnham. First pitch to Farnham, a fastball for a strike, and that's the first time we've seen Brothers go to that fastball. Farnham hitting .323, no home runs and 28 RBI. Sophomore from Santa Clara, California, gonna hit one down the line. That's a fair ball. Goes off the chest of the third baseman. That's a close play, but they do get him by half a step for out number 2.
A great job just to keep that one in front over there at third. Took one off the chest, but the ball hit that hard. You got enough time to wear one and even with Farnham's speed, able to get him.
It's a little surprised they were playing so far on the line over there. Usually at this juncture with nobody on base, you're just kind of playing straight up. That one almost went over the top of the bat. Brings up Hollenbone, your KCAC Player of the Year. And he's going to take one up for ball one.
Yeah, has been on a tear. We're on that Tabor call where he went absolutely ballistic, and he's been hot ever since.
We had looking back, had a little bit of a tough week against Sterling, which I think no one really had a great weekend overall for the Braves, playing with a lot of pressure. Now you feel like this team, can kind of just start the engines again. 1-1 pitch, and he's going to check his swing and go around. He's behind at 1-2.
Yeah, a little bit of a vacation trip for the boys after winning and dogpiling. You normally start to see a little bit of that game 2, a little hangover. 1-2 pitch. He's going to hit this one well to center field. It's going back to the track, to the wall. It's caught at the wall in center field by Richardson as Ottawa goes 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. We'll go to the second inning, no score. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
Better skin from your body wash? Try Olay Body Wash with skincare super ingredient collagen. Olay Body Wash with collagen hydrates to rejuvenate skin surface cells for healthier looking skin in just 14 days. From dry and dull to firm and radiant, so I can step into my day feeling my best in my skin. And now try Olay Body Lotion, which hydrates for visibly firmer skin that improves over time. Olay Body, fearless in my skin.
Advent Health Ottawa invites you to Walk-In Wednesdays, a weekly hiring event from 10 to noon at 1302 South Main. They're currently looking for RNs, clinical and non-clinical support, and entry-level staff. Visit careers.adventhealth.com/Ottawa for details. Advent Health Ottawa is an equal opportunity employer.
This is Walt Dangle of Dangle & Son Mortuary. The families we serve are our friends and neighbors who come from all walks of life. It doesn't matter what you spend, everyone receives the highest level of service. Dangle & Son sets the standard for funeral service.
And we're back after one inning. Saw Kellen Brothers throw 9 pitches. Hector Sepulveda finished with 20 in that first inning, but he struck out the side, and both pitchers looking very comfortable. Our temperature here, 74 degrees, and feels really nice. Just 70 degrees here. The wind out of the south at 13. So as you look at the flags, which are kind of tough to see, we're blowing out to left. So that ball from Bone was well struck. Took it all the way to the warning tracks. That went about 395 feet, Blake.
Yeah, definitely would have been out last year. Definitely might have been out back home.
And leading it off will be Randall, the designated player for the Eagles. Breaking ball that he is fishing on, a curveball for strike one from Sepulveda.
Yeah, that's the one we've seen with effectiveness over the season.
Another slider. This one's hard hit to third. Zazaya able to snag it and make the throw to Bone for the first out. Bone just taking a little bit of time to find the bag.
And just playing with him a little bit over there. A little boot scoot boogie over there at first base.
That goes as a 5-3 for Randall. We'll bring up Manone, who always has a good time in the batter's box from the right side, and he gets a slider for a strike from Hector. Hector Manone, a 5'11" junior from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. He's going to take another fastball, take his first fastball, of this at bat for a strike. It's quickly 0-2.
Exactly where Hector wants him right here.
0-2 from Sepulveda. He goes to fastball outside, and Manone not fishing. It's 1-2.
Yeah, Manone just the one hit in that entire series earlier this season against Ottawa.
He's hitting 287. This one's popped up in the infield towards Bone. He's trying to chase it. It's going towards the Ottawa dugout, and he's going to make the grab on the pop out in foul territory.
Hey, good. Always good to see Bone track down foul balls. Had a little bit of a rough time with it in one of the series prior, but really
that wind in Sterling was about 40 to 50 degrees, and you're playing on some pretty tough field conditions, to say the least, out there.
Oh, for sure.
That will bring up Logan. Josh Logan, the 5'10" sophomore outfielder. He'll take a strike from Sepulveda for strike one.
Yeah, early and often here for Hector so far. Pumping the zone early.
Sophomore out of Flower Mound, Texas. This one's well hit to left field. Coming in is Jeffers to make the grab for out number 3. So a quick inning for Hector Sepulveda, 3 up, 3 down. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. You listen to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
My name is Darby Weidel. I'm from Ottawa, Kansas. I'm studying biology and I'm a freshman at Ottawa University. I didn't expect how involved I would feel coming here. It's almost kind of like its own community. I'm very close with my family, like my parents, my brothers, my grandparents, like they're all my big support systems and they can come see my sporting events. Coming here was one of the best decisions I could have made.
The right decision for you is Ottawa University. Find out more by visiting ottawa.edu.
Jose, how much longer till this dough's ready?
No one can bake gluten-free vegan goodies better than Surrey.
Wait, both Jim and Marion's last days are the same day?
But he needs to whip up a new shift lead without interviews burning his time.
Gotta get interviewing before my calendar is cooked. Oh, can you stop?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from the Indeed dashboard, so you can stay organized and connected all the way to the hire. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Hector Sepulveda works through the second inning on 8 pitches. And Brothers right back out there for the Eagles. And we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the lineup changes, Blake. As you look at this, it'll be Luis De Leon hitting cleanup today. As he will be followed by Sizemore, Johnson, and they move Jeffers down into the 7-hole for this tournament. And when you know you've got one in the bag, you can kind of play with the lineup a little bit.
Yeah, especially with Luis having the series that he did against Oklahoma Wesleyan earlier in the season, had the big double that gave him the lead in game number 2 where they won 11-8.
And he leads it off, batting 4th in the lineup. He leads it off in the bottom of the second for OU. Wearing number 23, and he's going to hit this one well to center field, but right at Richardson, who comes on and makes the grab for the first out.
2 big outs for the Braves back-to-back.
They're starting to catch up on Brothers here early on, and now the cloud cover has made it to where the shadows have disappeared. Batting second in the inning will be the catcher Nicholas Sizemore, 5'10" junior out of Pryor, Oklahoma. His first pitch to him is a strike from Brothers. Sizemore hitting .327, 5 homers and 40 RBI. 1 down in the bottom of the second, no score. 0-2 delivery to Sizemore is popped up to left field, going over, and it'll get out of play down the third base side. Manone was chasing from third, and from short, Gonzalez was also chasing, but they had the shift on there on Sizemore, and it made it really difficult for Delgado to get over there. Also, we don't know what the field conditions are. Realize how sloppy it was in the grass yesterday. 0-2 pitch from Brothers. Jammed inside is Sizemore. He's going to loft it softly towards the second baseman. Catch will be made by Brinkley for the second out.
Yeah, trying to get on Brothers early. No strikeouts yet from Brothers. Really not trying to let him get in the groove in that regard.
Brings up the freshman Carson Johnson, and what a year he has had, hitting .347. Breaking ball delivered to him for a strike from Brothers, 0-1.
They really found a place. Him and Zaz have really found a place in the lineup in this back half of the season.
0-1 delivery, and that one's going to be just inside, 1-1. Johnson, a freshman from Carl Junction, Missouri, does have 4 home runs, has driven in 37. 1-1 delivery, high. It's 2-1.
Went 5 for 9 in that last series against Sterling, so good to see him finally get the bat going again.
2-1 delivery to Johnson. It's going to be hit to the second baseman softly on the grounder, and they will retire Ottawa in order as we'll go to the third inning. No score. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
All of us at Kansas State Bank thank you for seeing the value of what a hometown bank means to our community. This is Bank President Roger Maxwell, and we've done our best during these most trying times to be here for you and your banking needs. For over 100 years, Kansas State Bank has known the value of the past, the importance of the present, and the innovation of the future. Kansas State Bank, member FDIC.
Better skin from your body wash? Try Olay Body Wash with skincare super ingredient collagen. Olay Body Wash with collagen hydrates to rejuvenate skin surface cells for healthier looking skin in just 14 days. from dry and dull to firm and radiant, so I can step into my day feeling my best in my skin. And now try Olay Body Lotion, which hydrates for visibly firmer skin that improves over time. Olay Body, fearless in my skin.
At CarStar Ottawa, your safety matters. That's why we train yearly to be iCar Gold certified, because as cars and designs have changed to keep you safer, so have the collision repair procedures. Call CarStar, 242-8916. CarStar, relax, we'll take it from here.
And we're back, and so far the pitchers have been up to it, Blake.
Yeah, for sure. Well, anything you can do, I can do better. Sepulveda coming in, 8 pitches after Brothers is 9.
And total pitches right now for Hector's at 28, just 17 for Brothers. Is Sepulveda going to face 8, 9, and 1, starting off with Richardson for the Eagles. They do have 1 hit back in the first inning. And Richardson's been busy early on as he had a deep fly out from Bone, followed up by a deep fly out from Luis DeLeo. Nate Richardson, a 6'1" senior from Santa Rosa, Curacao, transfer from Connors State College. First pitch from Sepulveda, fastball just below the knees for ball 1. And even with the zone being pretty compact, these two pitchers have been able to limit their pitch count.
Oh, for sure. I think both these teams really trying to jump on that fastball early.
1-0 pitch, a fastball there that Richardson out in front of, fouls it back, 1-1. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better night right now. I don't think we've had this good of weather all year.
No, it's definitely fortunate for sure.
1-1 pitch that the breaking ball gets away from Hector. It's 2-1.
Especially after those thunderstorms that pushed this tournament back.
Originally supposed to schedule to start on Wednesday night for the Braves at 7. 2-1 pitch, a breaking ball that gets Richardson fishing, and it's 2-2.
I had to play a little bit of hotel roulette, calling the hotels trying to move my dates back.
2-2 from Sepulveda, and he goes back to the breaking ball, but it's low for ball 3.
This Eagles team doing a really good job of laying off that slider in the dirt on that outside corner.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Leadoff hitter for the Eagles in the top of the 3rd inning. 3-2 from Hector. Breaking ball strikes him out. It's his 4th strikeout of the game as Richardson goes down swinging.
Hector on pace as he is every time out. Always wonder how many strikeouts Hector's going to finish with.
And he should be fresh. Only 5 innings on Sunday in that Game 3 win over Sterling. Gonzalez takes high with a fastball for ball 1. Julio Gonzalez, a 6'1" sophomore from Wesley Chapel, Florida, transferred from Southwestern Community College. 1-0 from Hector. Jammed him inside, foul back, 1-1.
A little bit of a hit streak. Has singled in his last 3 games.
Gonzalez hitting .291, 3 homers and 15 RBI. 1-1 from Hector. Breaking ball that drops right into the zone, 1-2.
If that's going to be there all night, it's going to be trouble for the Eagles.
1 ball and 2 strikes, 1 down. Top of the 3rd. Sepulveda delivers, just popped foul into the netting. And was well behind that fastball from Hector. Appreciate those tuning in from the KCAC network, those listening on TuneIn, YouTube, and then also back in Franklin County, listening to 1220 AM, 103.7 FM. 1-2 delivery. He went back to the fastball and able to stay alive as Chavez.
Shout out to everybody who just finished all their finals, as today was the last day of school. Seniors graduating tomorrow.
1-2 from Hector, back to the breaking ball, misses outside, 2-2, and did a nice ceremony earlier this week for the seniors for baseball and softball, knowing that they won't be able to get back to Ottawa for graduation. 2-2 delivery, a breaking ball hits softly to short. Running in on it is Johnson. His throw is in time. As good speed from Gonzalez, but able to get him in time for out number 2.
Having to come get that, actually got caught on a in-between hop, but a good job to handle that. A little different. This turf playing a little faster than the one back home.
And it is so new. I know they've only played a few games on it all year, but so far it's played pretty true just off the couple of games we've called for softball, now moving over to baseball. We go back to the top of the lineup with Seth Delgado, and that's going to hit him on the inside of the bicep, and he's going to go to first base.
Yeah, that's the wrong pitch you want to get hit with.
So Delgado reaches base on a hit by pitch from Sepulveda. And Muncie will hit with a runner on the bags. I mean, that caught him on the left arm, well up on the bicep.
Good to see he's okay. That one's definitely going to hurt tomorrow.
Muncie 0 for 1 with a strikeout. As Hector goes into the stretch. Breaking ball, catches the outside corner for a strike.
You got to keep Muncie off balance. Definitely someone to be feared. The NAIA Ball Player of the Year last year and has hit 13 home runs in the month of April.
0-1 delivery to Muncie, and this one's hard shot down the line, but foul on the ground ball. It's cool. 0-2. When Muncie had a huge summer as well. He played collegiate summer ball, and saw several of his videos ended up on social media as well. Just a ton of power for the senior from Oklahoma. 0-2 count, 2 outs, runner at first. Fastball that not sure where that missed. It's called a ball, 1-2. Muncie is from Red Oak, Oklahoma. He transferred from Eastern Oklahoma State College, which the Braves have several players from that community college as well. It's been good to the KCAC over the years. 1-2 strikes to Cody Muncie. Delivery from Hector, breaking ball, strikes him out for the second time, and that ends the top of the third inning. No score, Braves coming to the plate. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Sophia and Chris Garcia came to Arvest Bank looking to get a home loan. Let's hear what happens.
Chris and Sophia, thanks for choosing me as your lender in the Arvest Home for Me app. And now...
There's more paperwork to do.
Nope, I got the info you sent through the app. And now...
We wait to hear from someone at your main office.
No, now you're pre-qualified and ready to find your new home.
Wow.
And I'll be with you every step of the way.
That's...
helpful.
Very helpful.
Home loans made easy. Arvest Bank, ready to help. Equal housing lender.
Why Boot Barn for your business? Because nothing is more important than your workers' safety and your peace of mind. With a commercial account at Boot Barn, you get a customized program specific to your business. The largest assortment of work boots and workwear for every industry. The convenience of having a one-source nationwide supplier and nationwide customization. You need safety and compliance. We have your back. Commercial accounts at Boot Barn work.
Bottom of the third inning in a fast-moving first-round game for the Braves against the Oklahoma Wesleyan University Eagles. Brothers back out there, and right now he's thrown 17 pitches through 2 innings. And Ottawa, as usual, looking for anything over the plate that they can drive. Had a couple get to the warning track, but nothing quite yet in the hit column.
Yeah, seeing a little differing mentality for the Braves in the tournament. Normally, in the regular season matchups, they like to get into that bullpen, but knowing that everybody's arms are going to be struggling, they just kind of want to put up as many runs as possible, as quickly as possible.
It'll be Connor Jeffers to lead it off for OU. They go 7, 8, and 9 as Brothers has faced the minimum so far. Jeffers wants to drop down a bunt. The throw from Brothers is low. Muncie able to make the play, and then a collision between him and Jeffers as both of them go down hard.
That's a scary play.
And Jeffers going to try and walk one off. Muncie seems to be okay over at first. So 1 pitch and a ground out for Jeffers. His Brothers came off the mound quickly to field that.
They're trying to test Brothers early, make him feel his own position, maybe try to get something going.
Well, and that throw wasn't pretty. It was a good backhand scoop from Muncie. First pitch inside to Zazaya. Logan hitting .305, 5 homers and 23 RBI. He takes high again, 2-0 from Brothers.
This is where Zaz does his most damage ahead in the count. I've seen him take some balls a long way out back home.
2-0 pitch. Fastball does catch the zone for strike 1, 2, and 1 as Josiah, 6'2 senior out of Grants Pass, Oregon. Ahead in the count, though, 2-1. Braves still searching for their first hit against Brothers. 2-1 pitch is foul tipped through the glove, and it's 2-2. Braves have Spradlin on deck.
They would like to get Zaz on for Spradlin. Spradlin, a guy who can flip the lineup over very easily.
This one's well hit to right center. That one's driven back to the wall, but coming in to make the grab just in front of the track is the right fielder, Logan, for the second out. And so far that wind really kind of killing anything to the right side.
Yeah, definitely going to be a struggle to find some gaps, but a lot of good contact on Brothers here to start.
And with 2 down in the bottom of the third, brings up Zachary Spradlin, a senior from Hoquiam, Washington. He takes a fastball for a strike as he's behind at 0-1.
Actually, just had a conversation with his dad. Came up and shook my hand. Pleasure to meet the parents always.
0-1 delivery, breaking ball is caught on the bottom part of the zone. 0-2. Well, you got to say hello to anyone from Washington, right, Blake?
Exactly.
Local Washingtonian. Is that the way? Is that what we go with there?
Yeah, for sure.
0-2 delivery is chopped to third.
Be a tough play.
Gonzalez throw is going to be high, but in time, Muncie able to stretch it out. The Braves go in order, and so far they have been shut down by Kellen Brothers. We go to the top of the fourth, no score. Listen to Braves baseball on KOFO.
I'm Joel Clark, a Select Quote agent, with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and he can't take it with him. Well, I went to work and found Ray, who's 40 and takes medication to control his high blood pressure, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. That's way more coverage for a lot less than what he was paying. If SelectQuote didn't shop for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote and to find out how much you can save, call 1-800-597-2010. That's 1-800-597-2010. 1-800-597-2010. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Your premium could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Top of the fourth inning, as it will, looking at the lineup here for the Eagles, Brinkley, Chavez, and Randall due up. Hector Sepulveda through 3 innings has thrown 46 pitches. He has 5 strikeouts.
Yeah, it's a strikeout party so far.
Second baseman Brinkley leads it off for Oklahoma Wesleyan. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for them through 3. For the Braves, no runs, no hits, no errors. We played the first 3 innings in 30 minutes. Just flying right now. And that's the commentator's curse.
We will see.
Breaking ball from Hector. That slider started well outside and able to drop in for strike 1.
Devastating on that back door.
0-1 from Sepulveda. Swinging strike on a curveball that time. It's timed up a little late from Brinkley, and now you've got to know he's going to the fastball here. Maybe out of the zone, but maybe get a little high heat from Hector.
I like to see a little high cheese here.
0-2 delivery from Sepulveda, and it does go high off the glove of Sizemore, and it's 1-2.
And Brinkley, that only hit in the game so far for either team, so stung one to right field.
Braves will shift this time. Wasn't trying to look back and remember it was well hit to right field between Weisner and Bone. 1-2 delivery is going to be lifted to left center. Braves having to chase on the run. Jeffers makes the grab in the alley for out number 1.
That left center gap, really a black hole for this Braves team. You got Gold Glove Tyler Farnham out there in center field, and Connor Jeffers with some speed can hold his own out there and left.
When you look at it, that's only the 3rd flyout so far from Oklahoma Wesleyan. 1 down in the top of the 4th for Chavez, who struck out looking to end the 1st inning. First pitch to Chavez, fastball right at the knees for strike one.
Laser focused here from Hector so far.
Sepulveda's seen a mix of lefties and righties throughout this Eagle lineup. 0-1 pitch from Hector is chopped foul, and that one was definitely out of the zone. I'm not even sure how Chavez got a piece of that, but he's behind it 0-2.
They're really mixing up the lefties and the righties, trying to throw people off balance, but Hector not phased so far.
0-2 count to Chavez. Back to the breaking ball, and that one low and in the dirt. 1-2. One-two from Sepulveda. Fastball lifted well out of play down the third base line. We'll go 1-2 again. Some spotty shadows right now. It's got to be tough for the hitters to try and deal with what's in front of them.
We always like the shadows when we're pitching.
Coming from a former catcher.
I'll take one in the face if it means a strikeout.
1-2 pitch and a strikeout for Sepulveda. Called by Blake Griffin on that one. And that's 2 down in the top of the fourth for Oklahoma Wesleyan.
Hector on some crazy pace so far. 6 strikeouts and 3 2/3. Going for that season high.
Brings up Marcus Randall. The graduate student. And he takes a fastball inside and high for ball 1. .5'11" from Carrollton, Texas. 1-0 pitch to Randall, right down the pipe. 1-1.
Looking for the hat trick on the day. Has already struck out twice against Friends.
1-1 delivery, and that one, maybe if Sizemore squeezes that as a strike, but I think it might have gone through his glove. Checking it on the end of that one, it looked pretty good. Be strike 2, but it's 2-1.
Call that one a ejecto mitt.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 down. Top of the fourth inning. Bases are empty. Randall grounded out in the second. 2-1 from Sepulveda. Breaking ball well hit to center field. Is it going to drop in front? It is. As it will get in front of the center fielder Farnham. And it sounded better than how it landed. It just kind of died as it lifted over the top of Wisner's glove. And it's a 2-out single. Thought it was a pretty good pitch overall, just maybe caught it off the end. That'll bring up Manone, who popped up in foul territory, and it was caught by Bone.
Like to see that here again.
First pitch to him, fastball that misses just a bit high, 1-0. One ball and no strikes. Runner at first is Randall as the Eagles picked up their second hit of the game. 1-0 on the way. Breaking ball hit off the end of the bat. This is going to be a tough play for Wisner. His throw is going to be in time, though. It's so retired. The speedy Manone on the ground out. And that ends the threat for Oklahoma Wesleyan in the fourth. Go to the bottom of the fourth, no score. You're watching Ottawa University Braves baseball on KOFO.
When it comes to jewelry, the fit is important, not just on your finger, but on your wallet. Hi, this is Lindsay Sutton at Sutton's Jewelry in downtown Ottawa, where we work to fit your ring to fit your budget. Diamonds come in all shapes and sizes and price ranges. The last thing we want is for you to think you can't afford a beautiful new ring. Come see our selection at Sutton's Jewelry, 213 South Main, downtown, where there's no high-pressure sales. We just want to be sure the fit on your finger matches the fit on your finances. You've got it made at Sutton's Jewelry.
The first Saturday in May, you're invited to the Run for the Roses.
They're off in the Kentucky Derby.
And when the hats go on, all bets are off. The pageantry.
One of the great American sporting events.
The party. And the passion. The 148th Kentucky Derby, tomorrow, 2:30 Eastern on NBC and Peacock.
Kellen Brothers has faced the minimum as he went through the Ottawa lineup unscathed. And a total of 26 pitches. He faced 9 batters. As it'll be Jonah Wisner leading it off for the Braves in the bottom of the fourth. And Hector Sepulveda has been able to match Brothers, even though Brothers has been perfect so far. Hector just 2 hits and has looked really, really good to start things off for Ottawa in their KCAC tournament run.
He'll be getting a little bit overshadowed here. Wisner needing to inject a little life into this Braves offense and help out Hector on the offensive side.
Wisner takes curveball for a strike, 0-1. Wisner with a ground out to second base in the first inning. A 1 pitch to Jonah, and he's behind a fastball, 0-2. And anything, we haven't had a whole lot of fly balls to left field. We've seen Wisner go oppo a couple times this year. 0-2 pitch, and he's going to check his swing. Did he go around? He did. 4 strike 3. His team will take a seat on 3 pitches. That'll bring up Tyler Farnham. Brothers just not wasting any pitches right now.
Yeah, very efficient with his pitches.
First pitch to Tyler is a breaking ball that's chopped foul behind home plate. He also grounded out in the first inning, but he chopped it to third. 1 down in the bottom of the 4th, and he's going to hit on the arm, and Ottawa's going to have their first base runner of the game. As he takes a fastball off the inside of the left arm, and that one didn't look like it felt very good either.
Yeah, it only takes a little bit to spark something.
And now having to face Bone with someone on base. Bone hit one to the track in the first inning, to the deepest part of the ballpark, to dead center. Sent Richardson all the way to the wall before he made the grab. Good lead over at first from Farnham. First pitch to Holland is fouled back to the netting, 0-1. And seen a lot of teams try and pitch around Bone this year, and Brothers try to go right at him in both plate appearances.
Yeah, the big 2-6 in the home run column tends to strike a little fear into some people, but not Brothers so far.
A 1 delivery to Bone is in the dirt, and it is dug out nicely behind the plate by Chavez to keep Farnham at first base. That was a nasty, almost looked like a split finger there that just turned over, and that landed almost in the green part of the turf instead of the brown part. 1-1 pitch to Bone, a breaking ball again, smothered by Chavez, but Bone getting ahead in the count at 2-1. They're going to check his swing over at first, did not go.
I don't even think he offered.
The Chavez asked for a check over at first base. Appeal. 2 balls and 1 strike. Runner at first for the Braves. 1 down in the bottom of the 4th. Bone at the plate. 2-1 pitch. Almost hits him. It's up near the eyes. He gets out of there, but it's 3-1.
Chin music. Almost a really good 2-strike pitch, but no, only the 1 strike.
3 balls and 1 strike to Bone. 3-1 delivery, and popped up, and it does get out of play. Behind us towards the softball fields. Count is full. Luis De Leon waiting on deck. Braves have their first base runner of the game, bottom of the 4th. Reaching on a hit by pitch was Tyler Farnham. Three balls and 2 strikes to Holland Bone.
A big pitch for both teams here.
3-2 from Brothers is high for ball 4 as Farnham was going. Doesn't matter as Bone will draw the 1-out walk.
Grinder wasted no time creating chaos in the base paths.
Looking at Bone numbers on the year as he draws his 37th walk. That is tops on this team.
Can't tell you how many of those were intentional.
Probably less than half. The games that we've called, I'd say it's, 7 or 8 at least. Farnham, huge lead at second base, and he's really messing with Brothers right now. That first pitch to De Leon is high. for ball one.
Yeah, Farnham had a great jump on that steal with the 3-2 count. Maybe a little in the head of Brothers so far. We haven't seen him with a runner in scoring position, and maybe that'll be his folly.
1 ball and no strikes. Runners at first and second for the Braves with 1 out. Delivery to De Leon is going to be called a strike with a fastball 1-1. 1-1 count, 1 down in the bottom of the 4th. Farnham hit by a pitch. Bone reaches on a walk. They're going to throw back to second. It goes into center field. Braves are going to take some bases. Bone trying to get to second. He's going to be safe. And Ottawa with runners at second and third with 1 out. As Brothers just fired that one into center field. So it looked like just some miscommunication. Shortstop wasn't covering. The throw was on time from Brothers. Unfortunately, no one there to catch it. And Luis De Leon with a chance to give Ottawa the lead.
I hate to call him the Eagle Killer, but out of this 9 batters in this lineup has crushed the Eagles so far.
1-1 pitch from De Leon. It's going to miss a little high, 2-1.
4 hits on 8 at-bats with 4 RBIs, 2 doubles, and a home run in that early season series against the Eagles.
And that home run was tattooed. 2-1 delivery, and he takes a big hack at a fastball. Fouled back to the netting, 2-2.
Not a guy with a lot of power, home runs wise, but probably one of the more clutch batters in this lineup, especially when he's buried down at the bottom.
Big gap between third and short right now. Just kind of poke one to the left side of the infield.
Like we're going to see off speed here then.
We're a 2-2 pitch, breaking ball he's going to strike out on. And a huge strikeout for Kellen Brothers. And 2 down in the bottom of the 4th for Nick Sizemore.
Yeah, the Brothers, the first pitcher to be in serious danger. Sepulveda with just 1 runner in scoring position technically.
Trying to work around that error that got runners to second and third. First pitch to Sizemore, breaking ball that has him well out in front for strike 1.
Back to back.
No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th, Braves trying to get 2 runners home. 1 would give them the lead, though. 0-1 pitch is in the dirt and stabbed nicely by Chavez again. That one landing 8-10 inches in front of home plate.
Have to be very careful with your Brothers with that breaking ball. You can love it, but you can't bury it like that, because if it bounces away, you're going to be behind in this game.
We saw last year, anything that got by the catcher is almost guaranteed at least 1 run scores from third. We saw Stradlin take 2 bases a couple times. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sizemore at the plate. Runners at second and third for OU, trying to take the lead. 1-1 delivery is going to be below the zone, but a better job of framing it by Chavez, and it's called a strike. It's 1-2.
That one hurts, especially with Sizemore being a catcher, already knowing the zone a little bit.
Split finger again, yeah. 1-2 delivery, another split finger. Did he go? Yes, he did, and Brothers works around the error and strikes out the side. We go to the top of the 5th, no score. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
Better skin from your body wash? Try Olay Body Wash with skincare super ingredient collagen. Olay Body Wash with collagen hydrates to rejuvenate skin surface cells for healthier looking skin in just 14 days. From dry and dull to firm and radiant, so I can step into my day feeling my best in my skin. And now try Olay Body Lotion, which hydrates for visibly firmer skin that improves over time. Olay Body, fearless in my skin.
This is Walt Dangle of Dangle & Son Mortuary. Life goes on, and that means you prepare for the worst and hope for the best. You also should consider preparing for the inevitable. We can help with that. This is Dangle & Son Mortuary setting the standard for funeral service.
Quality Structures is helping you build the rural American dream today. No more some days. Whether you're wanting a garage for your toys, a riding arena for your horses, or storage for your equipment, Quality Structures is there. Visit Quality Structures in Richmond or online at qualitystructures.com.
Top of the fifth, and Kellen Brothers works out of a huge jam that he kind of created for himself there, Blake, but able to come back with back-to-back strikeouts and keep those Braves stranded on the base paths.
Yeah, not what you'd like to see for the Braves, as Brothers with 3 strikeouts in the inning after none in his first 3. You'd hate to see him start to catch fire strikeout-wise.
Top of the, but Ottawa did force him to finally burn some pitches. He threw 20 in the inning. He's up to 46 overall. Hector Sepulveda, 61 pitches through 4 innings, back out on the mound. And due up for the Eagles will be Logan, Richardson, and Gonzalez, 7, 8, 9 for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Mentioned in the pregame, Eagles winners of 11 straight. Their record at 38-17. They earned the 5 seed this year, just finished 20-12. They had won the regular season title 3 years in a row.
They were definitely a team to fear, especially when I was playing.
Hector's breaking ball is low and outside for ball 1. Logan flew out to left field in his first plate appearance. 1-0 pitch is going to be just high, 2-0. The sun's starting to set here in Great Bend. And the wind's starting to pick up a little bit more. 2-0 on the way from Sepulveda is outside, 3-0.
Well, the sunset is pretty. It may play a bit of a factor on the right side of the field.
You see the outfielders, especially in right and center, still dealing with that sun. 3 balls and no strikes. Delivery from Sepulveda is high for ball 4, and that is the first walk he has given out this evening. A leadoff walk for Oklahoma Wesleyan in a scoreless ball game in the top of the 5th.
You got to keep those at a minimum. 3 bases, especially a team as hot as Oklahoma Wesleyan's been, and a team #1 in the KCAC in runs with 499.
Brings up Richardson, 6'1" senior outfielder from Curacao. Struck out back in the 3rd. First pitch from Sepulveda is going to be called a ball, and that is 5 straight balls from Hector. Behind 1-0.
Squaring the bunt. We'll see if the Eagles like to play a little small ball here early.
1-0 pitch, drops the bunt. It is a good bunt. It's going to be a sacrifice as Josiah makes the throw. No one was covering third. Heads up play by Wisner to sprint over there. Or excuse me, that would have been Johnson who was covering over there.
I believe indeed that was Johnson.
So the sacrifice bunt for Richardson. And 1 down in the 5th.
Yeah, not a lot of sacrifices from this Eagles team throughout the season. Just 13, 7th in the conference, compared to the Braves, who love the sacrifice hits. 34, first in the conference.
Brings up Gonzalez. He hit a chopper to short in the 3rd inning, and he's well out in front of the breaking ball for strike 1. One thing I noticed just doing the breakdown of stats, the stolen base category, Braves with 139 this year. Oklahoma Wesleyan with 50. Second in the conference is 84 in the KCAC. So on the base paths, Ottawa has really dominated. 0-1 pitch from Sepulveda. Looked pretty good with a fastball. Called the ball, 1-1.
Not entirely sure where that missed. The zone starting to condense a little bit for Hector here in the inning.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down. Runner at second for Oklahoma Wesleyan. The 9-hitter Gonzalez at the plate. This one's hit hard to the right side bone. Able to keep it in front of him. He'll step on the bag. Runner does move to 3rd, but that retires Gonzalez. That one goes 4-3.
That ball was absolutely hot on the ground. A good job to keep that one in front all.
One thing that goes unnoticed is Colin Bone, who was the designated player for Ottawa last year with Kratzenberg playing first, he's made it pretty seamless this year. 2 down for the leadoff hitter, Delgado. The best lineup on this team. Breaking ball hit to short. Johnson in front of him. Has time. The throw is high. Did he tag him? He didn't. And Oklahoma Wesleyan leads 1-0 on the high throw from Carson Johnson. That's going to go down as an E6, and the Eagles take their first lead up 1-0.
Seen Delgado in a little bit of pain over there, and Grinder going to come out maybe plead the case that he was indeed hit, and that's why he's in pain.
Say the tag was not delivered. I mean, Delgado trying to walk it off as him and Bone did collide. We're going to bring the trainer out to take a look, but Oklahoma Wesleyan takes the lead as the leadoff walk comes back to bite Hector Sepulveda.
Yeah, mentioned those free ones. Just 2 so far, but that last one's a big one.
Brings up Cody Muncie, who was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. I think Delgado might have just got hit below the belt on maybe the straight leg there from Bone. And that one's rocketed out to center field as Ottawa was shifted over. Diving effort from Wisner, not enough. And a single for Cody Muncie. It's runners to first and second with 2 outs.
Not a guy you want to let get hot, especially after 2 strikeouts. A little angry. Stung that one right back up the middle.
Still 2 down in the inning. Brinkley singled in the first, but then flew out to left in the 4th. 1-0 Oklahoma Wesleyan on the error by the Braves that allowed Logan to score. Breaking ball from Sepulveda misses a little outside for ball 1.
Hector really needing to get rid of Brinkley here. Don't want that 4, 5, 6 to start to come up middle heart of your lineup with runners on.
1-0 from Sepulveda. Low for ball 2. It's 2-0. Top of the 5th. Eagles take the lead at 1-0 and still trying to add on to that with runners at first and second with 2 down. The temperature starting to drop here a little bit. 2 on the way from Sepulveda. Jams him, but it's fired foul down the third base line. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two balls and 1 strike, 2 outs. We do get a umpire fires one back to Sepulveda.
Cannon on that umpire back there. Not often you see that.
Brinkley at the plate. 2-1 pitch. Fastball right down the pipe. 2-2, and Brinkley can't believe it. Sepulveda, the senior from Douglas, Arizona. The transfer from Corbin. Trying to get out of the jam. Tier 2, Hector looks back to second, fires. It's going to be hit to the right side of the infield. That's going to be a base hit, and will score the run from second. Muncie going to turn for third, and he will get to third base. And the Eagles go up 2-0 on the RBI single from Brinkley.
It would be a big mound visit here from Grinder.
Braves again, we're in the shift. Just placed better by Brinkley. And that's 2 runs for the Eagles in the inning as they're up 2-0. Give you an update as it is for who Ottawa University softball might play tomorrow. Tabor leading the 2-seed Oklahoma Wesleyan 1-0 in the 4th inning. Gabe Grinder with a long chat with his senior pitcher. And credit to the Eagles, they've come up with some timely hitting in this inning.
Yeah, definitely, we mentioned how hot of a team they are. Not a team you want to get the rock rolling down the hill.
We just can't afford to give up a crooked number with the way that Brothers has pitched so far. You can hold it to 2 here. Still right in this game. Clean up hitter Chavez struck out looking in the first, struck out swinging in the fourth. Delivery to Chavez is a slider that misses high. 1-0.
Hector really struggling to find the zone, and when he does, he gets touched with that ball from Muncie and Brinkley.
1 ball and no strikes. Pitch from Hector. Breaking ball again misses. Well outside 2-0. Two-0 pitch from Hector. Big swing from Chavez. Can't catch up to the fastball. It's 2-1.
I think they're going to use that as a big confidence boost there. A big swing and a miss. Going to need that to try to pull himself out of this inning.
2 balls and 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners at the corners for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Cleanup hitter Chavez at the plate. And he goes back to the slider. It catches. 4 strike 2.
Deuce is wild.
Two count, 2 outs. Delivery from Sepulveda. And he's going to get him looking to end the inning on a huge strikeout to keep it at just a 2-run deficit for the Braves. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves Baseball on KOFO.
My name is Jose Trejo. I'm a junior here at Ottawa University, and I'm currently studying exercise science. One of my favorite things about OU is that it's a small community, and coming from Western Kansas, where all there is small country towns, I felt right at home as everyone kind of just felt like family. It's a great community. It has a lot of support behind it, and most of the professors here are extremely well about getting you to understand the knowledge that they want you to understand.
Education for a lifetime at Ottawa University. To find out more, visit online at ottawa.edu.
When it comes to your home, quality matters. And when quality matters, choose the best. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling. Call today to have your air conditioner serviced. 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers, maintaining your comfort since 1983.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Braves trail 2-0. The bottom of the 5th. Still searching for their first hit. That they haven't put the error up on the board for the Eagles from the on the scoreboard, at least. It is correct on the live stats that was issued to Brothers in the last inning, which seems like ages ago at this point. Leading it off for the Braves will be Carson Johnson, who I'm sure is wanting to get one back. A tough error from Johnson. That was just his 8th error of the season for the freshman, and it was a tough play going behind the bag, and we know the speed that Delgado has, and unfortunate that it had to be with 2 outs. That run came around to score to give him the lead. He's going to chop one right back to Brothers, who unfortunately had his glove right there to snag it, walk it over to Muncie for out number 1.
That was going to be a huge momentum swing, especially for Johnson and his morale, to line one right back up the middle on the first pitch.
Scored 1-3, 1 down in the bottom of the 5th for Connor Jeffers. He tried to drop the bunt in his first plate appearance in the 3rd inning, and Brothers made a good throw to get him by a couple steps, and he takes a breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. 0-1 pitch is well out of the zone and in the dirt, and Jeffers goes after it, and he's behind quickly. 0-2.
Brothers just playing with this Braves lineup so far.
0-2 on the way from Brothers, going to hit him on the arm, and the coaching staff for Oklahoma Wesleyan can't believe it. Braves will take it on the hit by pitch. Luckily, it caught him right on the arm guard, the elbow guard there. Jeffers will walk down to first base.
Well, that's why you wear it. Was never one to wear one, especially the elbow guard, but wore a lot of pitches.
One down for Logan Zazaya. He flew out to right field back in the third inning. First pitch, big swing from Zazaya, fouled out of play towards the softball field.
Talked about the stolen base tally for the Braves, but you have to think being down 2 this late in the game, you don't know if you want to run a runner off base.
Slight lead over at first for Jeffers. 0-1 pitch is a breaking ball. Going to be chopped to third. That's going to be a base hit in the left field for Zazaya. Digging for third is Jeffers. The left fielder falls down. They're going to send Jeffers home. The throw is going to be low, and scoring from second base is going to be Connor Jeffers. And Ottawa's on the board. And the field conditions finally came into play.
That is absolutely huge for the Braves.
Jeffers scores from first base. So I think they will give an error there to the left fielder, Delgado.
I would.
So it will go as an E7. Braves are on the board here in Great Bend, but you just wondered when the footing might give out for some of these outfielders with how much rain we've had the last 2 days. And the Braves take advantage. And getting to second base as well was Zazaya on the throw home. Showing bunt, bringing it back is Spradlin as he takes ball 1. And heads up base running there by Zazaya to take second base.
Just takes a little bit to let the dams burst, especially with Spradlin in the top of the lineup coming up.
1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, bottom of the 5th. Braves respond after the 2 spot from Oklahoma Wesleyan. They scored 1 so far, and Spradlin offers it that one for strike 1.
Spradlin, a guy that lays down the bunt, probably the most you see, at least in this conference. Don't have a statistical category for bunts attempted, but
Jonah Weisner on deck for the Braves. 1-1 pitch to Spradlin. That one below the zone, 2-1, and Spradlin had a great KCAC tournament a year ago. Hit a home run, had a double. Came through for the Braves also in their Game 1 win in the New Orleans Regional.
Yeah, really had a good couple of weeks to end the season.
2 balls and 1 strike to Spradlin. With the third baseman really back on the infield, that wouldn't shock me if he drops the bunt. This one's bunted, but it's foul. And he had Gonzalez, playing medium depth at third. I don't blame him for trying to drop that.
No, definitely with Spradlin's speed, definitely had him dead to rights if that ball was anywhere near the third base line.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th. Braves have scored 1. Zazaya with the single, and then the error in left field by Delgado allowed Jeffers to score from first base. And he was motoring. 2-2 pitch to Spradlin, a breaking ball, and he watched as it go low for ball 3. A lot of action in the Oklahoma Wesleyan bullpen right now.
You hear that signature go win chant from the Braves side of the field. Spradlin really needed to win this at bat.
3 balls and 2 strikes, runner at second. 1 down in the 5th. Delivery to Spradlin, and he's going to strike out looking. Battle there from Spradlin. Unfortunately, Brothers comes up with the better pitch.
Umpire with a little bit of a slow call on that one.
Took a little bit of
Got me a
time.
little excited.
Just for a second, you started to believe that it was going to be ball 4. And Weisner, who is 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout. Huge opportunity right here to tie this game up or take the lead if he could send one over the fence. First pitch to Jonah, breaking ball, high for ball 1. Feel good for Weisner, who struck out on 3 pitches in the 4th. Brothers has gotten the best of him so far.
They really need to get something going for Jonah. A hot bat, but really just needs a little bit of a spark here.
1 ball and no strikes. Zazaya still standing at second. This one's lifted to left field. but softly going back on it is Manone, and Delgado calls him off to make the grab. But Ottawa able to lead. They trail by 1, 2-1, going to the 6th inning. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
I'm Joel Clark, a Select Quote agent, with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and he can't take it with him. Well, I went to work and found Ray, who's 40 and takes medication to control his high blood pressure, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. That's way more coverage for a lot less than what he was paying. If SelectQuote didn't shop for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote and to find out how much you can save, call 1-800-597-2010. That's 1-800-597-2010. 1-800-597-2010. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Your premium could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Braves able to score 1 off of Brothers. They finally get the first hit off of him as well. Maybe get a little momentum. Hector Sepulveda back out for Ottawa.
Yeah, really big inning for him, especially after you score in the bottom half. You need a big 0 here from Hector.
Top of the 6th, as the Eagles are going to send Randall, Manone, and Logan. Eagles sent 7 to the plate in the 5th inning, came up with a couple runs, but did leave 2 on base. First pitch from Hector, a breaking ball that misses, had to be just a little inside. But that zone really hasn't opened up a whole lot today, Blake.
Yeah, it's condensed, if anything.
1-0 delivery, a fastball for a strike, 1-1.
Right as we say it.
Randall is 1-for-2. He singled in the 4th. Time called at the plate. That one hit hard to short, and it's going to get by Johnson for a leadoff single in the 6th inning for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Randall is feeling it right now. And you said it, Blake. If Ottawa doesn't get that strikeout of Chavez to end the 5th, that could have ballooned into a big number.
Yeah, the middle of the lineup definitely not somebody you need up with runners in scoring position.
I'll bring up Manone, who is 0 for 2, a ground out and a fly out. 5th hit of the game for Oklahoma Wesleyan. They're going to show bunt. Manone will drop it down. Sepulveda running up the first base line. It's be a tough play. He's able to toss it over to Bone on the sacrifice bunt, which moves Randall to second. Second sack bunt dropped by the Eagles tonight.
Yeah, prioritizing runs with Brothers on the mound and Hector being as good as he's been.
And that's kind of the change for Oklahoma Wesleyan. This is a team that, in years past has just really used the long ball to score runs. It's interesting to see them dropping down bunts the way they have so far tonight, and it's helped in their 11-game winning streak. Brings up Logan, and he swings hard on a fastball from Sepulveda, gets it by him. For strike 1, Logan walked in the 5th, came around to score. That's what gave the Eagles the lead, 1-0. They got an insurance with Delgado scoring later on in the 5th. No balls and 1 strike, runner at second, 1 down. Sepulveda on the mound, and again goes back to the curveball and gets him to go after it. It's 0-2.
There it is right there. Going to dial that one back in.
Seven strikeouts for Sepulveda. Like another one right here to keep Randall at second base. 0-2 pitch. Fastball that misses a little low. And it's 2-2. He thought he had one there.
I think everybody in the park thought he had one.
1 down in the top of the 6th inning. Ottawa trailing Oklahoma Wesleyan 2-1. Sepulveda with a look to second. 1-2 pitch. Strikes him out, swinging on the heater. 8th strikeout for Hector.
We called that one the stomped on fastball. Just stomp on it, blow it right by him.
And the umpire behind the pitching mound with something to say to Hector after that. Not sure what it was.
Hector always very expressive on the mound, but no harm, no foul.
Brings up Richardson. Sack bunt in his last plate appearance, and he's out in front of a breaking ball. Foul tipped, 0-1 off the glove of Sizemore.
Really kind of your typical outing from Hector, just with a couple of mistakes. High strikeouts. Has done a good job of keeping runners out of scoring position, just really an error and a untimely walk.
Both runs currently unearned for him. This one going to be chopped towards first base. That's an awkward grounder, but Bone able to field it in foul territory. It'll be 0-2. That's right, correct. Both of those runs were unearned for Sepulveda. But he's ahead in the count here, 0-2 on Richardson, who is 0 for 1 with a sac bunt in the fifth, struck out in the third. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning.
That's probably the biggest pitch of Hector's outing so far.
He's going to step off the rubber and regain his composure.
Anticipation.
Oh, it's 2 count to Richardson. Randall at second base. Huge lead. 0-2 delivery. Breaking ball strikes him out again. And a show of emotion from Hector Sepulveda to get out of the inning. Braves trail 2-1 going to the bottom of the 6th. You're listening to Braves Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Better skin from your body wash? Try Olay Body Wash with skincare super ingredient collagen. Olay Body Wash with collagen hydrates to rejuvenate skin surface cells for healthier looking skin in just 14 days. From dry and dull to firm and radiant, so I can step into my day feeling my best in my skin. And now try Olay Body Lotion, which hydrates for visibly firmer skin that improves over time. Olay Body, fearless in my skin.
Hustle up, we've got 8 more floors to go before lunch.
Sarusha's window washing business is reaching new heights.
Wipe, and let's roll.
They need more certified cleaners to keep online reviews crystal clear.
Team, I know we're hustling, but watch for streaks. Candace, can you give me a hand over here?
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our hiring platform instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Sepulveda, 11 pitches in the 6th inning. His pitch count up to 93. So you got strikeouts number 8 and 9. Up to the plate for Ottawa, 2, 3, and 4. Farnham, Bone, and De Leon in the bottom of the 6th. Tyler 0 for 1. As he was hit by a pitch at third base.
They really needed to get something going. Bring Bone up with a runner on and make Brothers a little nervous like he did last time.
Braves were able to get one across in the 5th. That one's going to be well hit by Farnham. And that's going to drop for a base hit in right field. And I think the right fielder might have lost the lights, had a bad jump on it as it was tailing towards him. And it's a leadoff single for Tyler Farnham.
To be completely honest, I lost it.
Welcome to Great Bend, Blake. Get a few of those lost in the lights out here.
My first time.
Never forget it. Luckily, it's not raining during your first time, so, or blowing 50 miles an hour. Brings up Holland Bone, who's been in these situations before here, and he takes inside for ball 1. And we all remember the one he deposited over the left field scoreboard, gave Ottawa the grand slam in the lead against Kansas Wesleyan in their second game of the tournament last year. You know he'd want to get one right here.
Yeah, big stick at the plate in the big time.
1-0 pitch, a fastball for a strike, 1-1. Bone looking like he was taking the whole way. Holland 0 for 1. He walked in the 4th. Able to take second base on that error from Brothers.
Almost certain Grinder would steal here sometime in this at-bat.
1-1 pitch is in the dirt. Chavez keeps it in front of him. 2-1. And I don't think you can go any deeper right now, Blake, if you're the outfield, unless you were actually behind the fence.
Exactly. I think that might be why they tried to send Farnham here.
2-1 to Bone. Big swing, and he fouls it back 2-2.
I haven't sent him yet. I've tried to call it on back-to-back pitches.
Bone with those 26 home runs and the 67 RBIs and a .431 average.
The NAI leader no longer in home runs, as the Tennessee Wesleyan batter is now at 28.
2-2 pitch buried in the dirt. The count is full on Holland Bone. And the biggest at bat of the game right now for Ottawa, with nobody out and a runner at first and Tyler Farnham. Holland Bone at the plate and the wind blowing out heavily to left. Three-two pitch. Farnham is going. This one's going to be hit down the right field line, tailing and foul. And if that ball's in play, Farnham is going to score easily. Great jump from Tyler.
I think the only person that could have saved the run there was Weems.
That's fair. That's fair.
Still have nightmares from that series.
Kept it from being run ruled twice. Not often does Zach Henry get thrown out at the plate.
Exactly.
3 balls and 2 strikes again to Bone. Brothers set. He'll fire, runners going. It's ball 4 anyways. And Bone walks for the second time this evening, and Braves with runners at first and second and nobody out.
An absolutely huge spot. Still nobody with urgency working over in the Eagles bullpen, looking to ride brothers as long as possible.
Pinch hitter for the Braves is going to be number 9, Matt Aguilar. He's going to pitch hit for De Leon. And Aguilar, who's been battling some injuries, got off to a great start early in the year. Feel bad for him that just battled through things all season. And a great opportunity for Aguilar, whether he drops the bunt or he gets the green light to swing away.
Yeah, it was really hot. 17 RBIs and just over 70 at-bats.
Farnham at second, Bone at first. Aguilar at the plate. Nobody out in the bottom of the 6th. Shows bunt, drops a great bunt. Braves will move the runners. The throw will get Aguilar at first, but does his job and drops the sack bunt to move the runners to second and third.
Couldn't have asked for a better bunt there. Absolutely textbook. Up the right-hand side, away from the runners over there at third, forcing one play and one play only at first base.
Brings up Nicholas Sizemore. Bottom of the 6th here in Great Bend, the opening game of the KCAC tournament for the Braves. Oklahoma Wesleyan playing their second game of the day after defeating Friends, and the 12 o'clock game 7-3. And Brothers is going to throw back, or make the attempt to throw back second, as Bone playing a little game with him, acting like he was going to dive back.
One of the strangest rules, to be completely honest, because there's such an easy loophole.
Brings up Nicholas Sizemore with runners at second and third and 1 out. Infield playing in for the Eagles as that breaking ball goes outside to Sizemore. Carson Johnson on deck for OU.
Have to bring the infield in, but with how many fly balls we've seen for this Braves team, and with how deep the outfield's playing, we have to like the chances of the Braves here with 1 out.
1-0 pitch from Brothers is low, 2-0. About 4 different pitchers warming up right now for Oklahoma Wesleyan in the bullpen.
Looks like a circus over there.
2 balls and no strikes. 1 down in the bottom of the 6th. Sizemore at the plate, and he's going to go over the top of a breaking ball that was in the dirt. It's 2-1.
That might be one of the best 2-0 pitches you'll ever see from a pitcher. Completely fooled him. Sitting there 2-0 thinking you're going to get a fastball, and you swing right over the bender.
A lot of guts there to throw it when you're behind in the count 2-0.
Especially with the backstop.
2-1 pitch and another check swing. Did he go this time? He did. It's 2-2 on another breaking ball out of the zone. Sizemore's going to have to battle here. He wants to find a way to tie this game up at 2.
Got those middle of the infield back, so all he has to do is roll over to the shortstop. We have a tie ball game.
Farnham at third, Bone at first. 2-2 delivery to Sizemore, hit well to left field. That one's driven well. That one's still going to the track, to the wall. It's caught at the wall. Farnham will score from third. And we're tied at 2. And I'm not sure they're still asking if he made the catch. Going back on it was Delgado. As he crashed into the wall. They do have a 3-man crew, and they're going to call it an out. So a diving effort into the wall from Delgado as it goes as a sacrifice fly for Sizemore and an RBI.
What an absolute guts play from Delgado out there and left. If that ball gets down, that's the lead gone.
Brings up the freshman Carson Johnson. He's well in front of a fastball as he goes behind 0-1.
Baseball does work in a funny way as the error that gives up the second run now comes up with a chance to give him the lead.
He's had a pair of groundouts this evening. Tied 2-2. 0-1 pitch. Low, 1-1. You have to remember Johnson, who came into this team a couple series into the KCAC schedule. Have to go back and look. Don't think he had a whole lot of plate appearances, Blake, in that first opening series against Oklahoma Wesleyan.
I actually have him listed as a two-way arm, right-handed pitcher and infielder, but I've not seen him throw yet.
That pitch is a breaking ball for a strike 1-2. I'm trying to remember if Johnson hit in that series against Oku or not, but I want to say he might have had maybe a pinch hit opportunity, but
I believe he did with Spradlin's injury.
Yes.
They moved it around, and then after that, he was stuck in the lineup.
1-2 count. Bone still standing at second. 1-2 pitch from Brothers is low. 2-2.
In fact, looking at it, he did play in the last 2 games, went 1 for 5 in game number 2, 1 for 3 in game number 3 with a home run.
So he would have faced
RBI.
Brothers then in that game 3. Or actually, excuse me, that was game 2. 2-2 count. Braves have tied it with the sac fly from Sizemore. And that one maybe up above the eyes, but not wanting to lay off of it was Johnson. He fouls it back.
For all you superstition folks out there, there's 2s everywhere.
First deuces wild of the evening. I mean, there are 2s. You're exactly right. I'm counting 6, 7 2s on the scoreboard right now. 2-2 delivery, breaking ball that Johnson lays off of. That's a tough pitch for a freshman or anyone to lay off of in this conference. His brothers tried to get him to go after it. It's a full count, 3-2.
A lot of resolve there from Johnson. A really big grinded out at bat. So we see him do the entire season.
Full count to Carson Johnson. Single would score Bone. 3-2 pitch, fastball that just freezes him. Did swing late, but Ottawa able to tie it up at 2 on the sac fly from Nick Sizemore. And we're tied at 2 going to the 7th inning here in Great Bend. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
The first Saturday in May. You're invited to the Run for the Roses.
They're off in the Kentucky Derby.
And when the hats go on, all bets are off. The pageantry.
One of the great American sport events.
The party. And the passion.
And they're into the stretch.
The 148th Kentucky Derby. Tomorrow, 2:30 Eastern on NBC and Peacock.
Your first house. It looks a little different for everyone. For some, it's a place to gather. For others, a place to rest. And for others, it's a place that was a place to rest or gather until they built a stadium 2 blocks away, and now all you hear is a roaring crowd or someone asking if you're ready to rock. No, you are not ready to rock. But no matter where you call home, Geico makes it easy to bundle and save on home and car insurance. Easier than trying to drown out 40,000 people by speaking really loudly.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Sound. And we're back as Hector Sepulveda takes the mound for the 7th inning as he goes up against Gonzalez, Delgado, and Muncie. So 9-1 and 2.
Another huge inning coming up for Hector. Needs a huge 0.
Gonzalez is 0 for 2 with a couple ground outs. First pitch from Sepulveda is a breaking ball outside, 1-0. And looking at how things have gone for both teams after this 1-0 pitch, if the leadoff runner has reached, they have come around to score for both teams so far. Outside of Ottawa in the 4th, where Farnham got left at 3rd. 2-0 on the way. Fastball that somehow misses outside, 3-0. Hector can't believe it. He's going to have to try and regain his composure.
Something we've seen from Hector on a number of occasions over the season. 3-0 and works his way back, gets the strikeout.
3-0 pitch. That one catches the corner, 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike to Gonzalez. Delivery from Sepulveda, and that ball wasn't a strike, but Gonzalez couldn't lay off of it. It's 3-2. Big ol' swing trying to deposit over left field.
Putting down double digits.
3-2 delivery from Sepulveda, just getting a piece to stay alive as Gonzalez. Assistant coach Rob Sagi coming out to pick that one up.
Big wheels, 100%. Saw him spinning.
Told us we had to do a good job because the family was listening. So
shout out to the Sagis.
3-2 on the way. A breaking ball lifted in the infield. Weisner's going to call everyone off as he catches it in the lights. Makes the grab.
Always wanted to see a shortstop that's a freshman with Jonah, who's a junior, to see who comes out with the superiority on the fly balls.
Johnson was drifting over there, that's for sure. He was definitely behind the bag at that point.
You don't get the Elvis Andrews, Adrian Beltre kind of action over there.
And the shift is on for Delgado, who hits one towards the Oklahoma Wesleyan dugout hard. It caroms off the front. 0-1, and Delgado maybe keeping this, or that last inning, a 1-run inning for the Braves with his effort colliding with the wall, making the catch. Braves still scored the run, but it kept it at 1. Breaking ball from Sepulveda misses a little low, 1-1.
Yeah, if that ball gets down, Bones easily scoring.
Delgado is still has not logged a plate appearance, correct? I guess he's 0 for 1, excuse me. There was reached on an error. Came around to score in the 5th. 1-1 on the way from Sepulveda, goes back to the breaking ball, and that one's in the zone. 1-2.
He got the strikeout in the first inning, too.
Oh, that's right, yep. He is 0 for 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Seth Delgado, and that's going to be strike 3 looking from Hector.
Another opportunity to practice your backwards K.
Yes, it's not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Double digits for the 6th time on the season for Hector in the strikeout category.
And that now Weisner is playing about as deep as you can as far as the turf goes, which is a good 10 feet on Muncie here to the left side. Breaking ball that just hangs out to the outer part of the plate is Hector asking where he missed on Muncie.
Yeah, as a second baseman, you want to see everything in front of you, especially with Muncie at the plate, who can absolutely rip the cover off baseballs.
1 ball, no strikes to the dangerous Cody Muncie, and he goes back to the breaking ball again outside. As we're looking over, I believe Tabor is actually the home team, so they are up 5-1 right now on Oklahoma Wesleyan, and that matchup of who will play Ottawa softball tomorrow.
Huge implications on that one with automatic bids.
2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 7th. Muncie has a fastball go by him, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, 2-0 really challenged him with that fastball.
Two 2-1 delivery from Hector. Popped foul and out of play to the left side. It's 2-2. Bases are empty. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning. Braves been able to crawl out a 2-0 deficit. Tied at 2. 2-2 on the way, and he fires a fastball that just is tipped foul. Thought he had strike 3, but Muncy, not sure if he, I don't know what part of the bat that got. You couldn't hear it from here.
That's what makes him one of the best hitters in the country. Able to battle off bad pitches.
2-2 count on the first baseman. Breaking ball strikes them out anyways. Hector comes up with 2 more Ks in the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left on base. Bottom of the 7th coming up for Ottawa. Go to the home stretch. Baseball on KO.
A stretch. Oh, they are winning.
Yeah.
Whew.
That was a.
I wasn't at that Tabor series, so I have no idea.
It's 2 good games. Actually, we run rolled them in the first one, right? Is that right? Or we? Yeah. Yes. We run rolled them in game 1 and then walk off in game 2.
We win this game with.
I'm Joel Clark, a Select Quote agent, with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and he can't take it with him. Well, I went to work and found Ray, who's 40 and takes medication to control his high blood pressure, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. That's way more coverage for a lot less than what he was paying. If SelectQuote didn't shop for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote and to find out how much you can save, call 1-800-597-2010. That's 1-800-597-2010. 1-800-597-2010. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policies at selectquote.com/commercials. Your premium could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Bottom of the 7th. Maybe a little momentum here for the Braves bats. Tied at 2. Oklahoma Wesleyan scored 2 in the 5th. Braves have come back with 1 in the 6th and 1, or make that 2 in the 2 in the 5th. Braves have come back with 1 in the bottom half and then 1 in the bottom of the 6th to tie it at 2. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Braves. 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for Oklahoma Wesleyan. Leading it off is going to be Connor Jeffers, and he'll take a strike.
They've moved him down the lineup a little bit, maybe to help him get a little more fastballs that you're going to see out of the 7 spot rather than being in the 4 hole.
Breaking ball popped up and out of play. Oh, 2 count. Brothers still on the mound for the Eagles. Pitch, breaking ball almost catches him up high. Jeffers 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch in the 5th. Scored the run on the error in left field. 1-2 on the way from Brothers. A breaking ball spoiled by Jeffers. Out remains 1-2. 1-2 pitch, strikes out on a fastball from Brothers. Brings up Zazaya.
Yeah, still no immediate urgency in that Eagles bullpen, and you see why right there. Still looks almost just as good as he has been.
6 strikeouts for Brothers. Had no strikeouts for the first time through the lineup. He's come back with 6 of them the second time through. Zaya lays off the fastball that was up near the letters, 1-0. Logan 1 for 2, singled in the 5th. They will take second base on the error. 1-0 on the way from Brothers. Breaking ball that almost catches him and was framed nicely by Chavez, but didn't bring it back in the zone. 2-0.
Second and third time through the lineups have seen Brothers give up the hits, so they have to think third time through.
2-0 delivery, fastball low, 3-0. Balls in, no strikes to Logan Zazaya. Pitch from Brothers. Fastball for a strike is Logan looking to take all the way.
Always interesting to guess what the leash is on a starter in game number 1 of the tournament.
3-1 pitch, and a fastball went right back to it. Blows it by Zazaya. It's full at 3-2. Three-two count. Brothers against Zazaya. Base is empty. 3-2 pitch is going to be low for ball 4. And you had to wait a little bit, Blake, as we talked about. The strike 3 calls have been a little slow today. But Braves will take a 1-out walk.
Yeah, that one's gone both ways.
It's the second. Make that the third base on balls. And we will have a pinch runner for the Braves. It'll be number 2, Alex Coon, a 5'11 junior from Farmington, New Mexico.
I believe his first pinch run appearance of the season. Normally a pitcher. Logged 9 innings.
Yeah, you're correct. This is the first time he's been on the base paths.
Interesting spot to put him on.
Zach Spradlin to the plate. Infield playing in just a little bit. Spradlin pops it foul down the first base line and out of play. No balls and 1 strike. A little surprised. Maybe I think Oklahoma Western was looking bunt the whole way there. Infield going to still play just a little bit on the outskirts of the green turf, especially at third with Gonzalez. 0-1 from Brothers and fouled back by Spradlin. He's behind 0-2.
Swinging all the way is Sprads.
Wisner on deck. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the bottom of the 7th, tied at 2. Number 13 ranked Braves taking on perennial power Oklahoma Wesleyan. Made a trip to Lewiston last year in the AI College World Series. 0-2 pitch to Spradlin, and again spoils one that was up in the zone. Stays at 0-2. Coon not with a huge lead over at first. Blake, anything you're seeing?
I mean, not going to want to run him off the base pass. He is the go-ahead run, and especially with him never being out there before, probably told him, hey, don't be stupid. Don't run us off the base pass. You're a huge run for us.
No balls, 2 strikes. A big look here from Brothers over his left shoulder. He'll come set. 0-2 pitch to Spradlin, a breaking ball low, and it's 1-2. Sprads 0 for 2. Ground out and a strikeout looking in the 5th.
Yeah, a little bit of a John Lester effect with Brothers having not thrown over the entire game. Have to wonder when it's coming or if it comes at all.
Almost plays in your favor sometimes when you don't toss over there every couple pitches. 1-2 pitch from Brothers is popped out. A play again from Spradlin, who continues to battle.
Spradlin never going to be an easy out, but especially now, especially here in the 7th, and a big at-bat.
So trying to get all these foul balls back over to the Eagles side of the field.
I think that was 4.
See Eric Reese picking one up as well. Runner at first for the Braves on the walk. That was issued to Zazaya. That is the go-ahead run in the bottom of the 7th. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball that stays high, 2-2.
While Coon has not been on the base paths in an official game this season, knowing the way that Coach Grinder practices, definitely has had running experience in game situations.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Spradlin at the plate. Brothers delivers. It's low, ball 3. It's come all the way back from 0-2 to get it to 3-2.
Really wearing him down, driving up the pitch count, really trying to get back into that bullpen that was very effective for the Braves in Game 2 earlier in the season, getting to that bullpen. In Game 2 against Brothers.
3-2 count. Coon with a nice lead over at first.
They're rather healthy.
3-2 delivery. Low for ball 4. Spradlin works the walk, and Ottawa with runners at first and second with 1 out on back-to-back walks.
Not the guy you want to walk either. Puts speed at second and speed at first and flips the lineup over.
And also, you can't really shift everybody in this situation either with Wisner there. That was the 100th pitch as well from Brothers.
And still no apparent urgency out in the bullpen. We did see Norrell go 130 plus in his start last year here. So another type situation for Brothers.
Breaking ball to Wisner's inside for ball 1. I'll always remember that number, 142 from Steven. Complete game win over Tabor. Start things off for Ottawa. And one of the most impressive pitching performances I've seen between 2 aces, him and Seidel. 1 ball, no strikes to Jonah Wisner. He almost gets hit inside. It's 2-0.
Jonah in danger of losing this hit streak, has hit in 9 straight games, with the last 5 or 6 rather being multi-hit games.
First mound visit for the Eagles. We'll come and talk to Brothers. We mentioned over 100 pitches. Looking at kind of the stats here, he's induced 7 ground balls, 6 flyouts to go along with 4 walks and 6 strikeouts.
Been all over the place for him, how he gets outs, how he doesn't. No rhyme, no reason.
And this mound visit taking a little longer than our home plate umpire would like.
I'd say giving an arm a little bit of time, but there's nobody throwing.
A lot of stretching and plyos over there. A lot of plyo work.
Yeah. Jay Bands, a lot of drive line over there. Shout out drive line back in Redmond, Washington.
Anytime we get a shout out for Washington, we're going to get that one in for you, Blake.
Drive lines everywhere now.
2 balls, no strikes to Jonah Wisner. Runners at first and second with 1 out. 2-2 ball game. Bottom of the 7th. Braves at the plate. 2-0 delivery to Wisner's a breaking ball for a strike. It was a little high. The umpire saying it caught enough of the plate.
Head in the cat really needing to get something going. 6 RBIs in his last game against Sterling, so
Richardson is basically playing on the track in center field, so a blooper could be enough to score the runner from second. 2-1 pitch, a breaking ball that's popped up in the infield. This ball needs to work its way out of play. Going over the fences, Gonzalez, and he can't make the grab. Almost hits one of the warming up pitchers. It does just scurry its way into the bullpen.
I believe they hit the top of the fence.
Gonzalez had a good beat on it.
That could not have been more close, fair or foul, or out or foul.
Jonah Wisner, count it 2-2 on him with runners at first and second and 1 out. Bottom of the 7th, tied at 2. 2-2 to Jonah, and he's going to get hit in the back. And the bases are loaded for Tyler Farnham.
Hit streak in danger, but the on-base streak is not. That continues. I can't even count that many.
And that one did not look like it felt very good. Right square in the back. For the junior from Mission, British Columbia, will be Tyler Farnham at the plate for the Braves. Farnham 1 for 2. Singled back in the 6th, and it's an opportunity to really open this one up for Ottawa.
Just one of the 2 hits, one of the 2 batters to have a beat on Brothers. So you never know, especially with the way Grinder coaches safety squeeze, or if he's just going to let him swing.
First pitch to Farnham. Breaking ball that he had the green light and swung at. but behind 0-1.
Yeah, not sure if they would safety squeeze with a pinch runner who has not had in-game experience in this kind of situation over there at third.
Coon at third, Stradlin at second, Wisner at first. No balls and a strike to Tyler Farnham. And Holland Bone on deck. 0-1 pitch to Farnham is going to be a strike right down the middle with a fastball. 0-2.
Yeah, if you're brothers, you not only want to get Farnham here, you want two. You can't bring Bone up with the bases loaded.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Still a 2-2 ball game. Bottom of the 7th. 0-2 from Brothers. Breaking ball. It's going to be hit to the left side of the infield. Is this going to be 2? Go to second for 1. Are they going to get the double play? They did. And a hard slide from Wisner, unable to break it up as Brothers gets out of it with a double play. We're tied at 2 going to the 8th. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
The first Saturday in May. You're invited to the Run for the Roses.
They're off in the Kentucky Derby.
And when the hats go on, all bets are off. The pageantry.
One of the great American sporting events.
The party. And the passion.
And they're into the stretch.
The 148th Kentucky Derby, tomorrow 2:30 Eastern on NBC and Peacock.
Jose, how much longer till this dough's ready?
No one can bake gluten-free vegan goodies better than Surrey.
Wait, both Jim and Marion's last days are the same day?
But he needs to whip up a new shift lead without interviews burning his time.
Gotta get interviewing before my calendar is cooked. Oh, can you stop?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from the Indeed dashboard, so you can stay organized and connected all the way to the hire. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Callum Brothers able to get out of a bases loaded jam with 1 out with the double play. Grounded into by Tyler Farnham. And, I mean, he just got the pitch that has the back-to-back breaking balls, and that one he just buries into the turf. Tough break there for Ottawa. But, again, making Brothers put up the pitch count, and the Braves are going to send Sepulveda back out there for the 8th inning, as he has thrown 110 pitches through 7 innings. Coming to the plate for the Eagles will be Brinkley, Chavez, and Randall.
Gotta ride the arm here, especially with this game being in doubt. You can't go into that bullpen. But it might be whoever goes in that bullpen first. Both coaches having a staring contest.
Breaking ball from Sepulveda for a strike to Brinkley. 2 for 3, including an RBI single in the 5th. Break fastball high, 1-1. Sepulveda trying to stretch out a little bit. Wonder if the Cavs are feeling it just a tad. We've had the temperature change. We've got to be somewhere in the 60s at this point, maybe high 50s. The wind's still staying strong here in Great Bend. 1-1 from Sepulveda. Lifted down the third base line and foul as it gets out of play. 1-2.
Yeah, 64.
That is, and so almost starting to get a little chilly.
Yeah, the wind blowing a little bit. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt.
1-2 pitch, breaking ball, and he goes reaching for that one for strike 3.
Made him look silly on that one. 3 straight strikeouts.
Brings up Chavez, who is 0 for 3. 2 strikeouts looking and 1 strikeout swing.
Gotta be one of the best feelings on the mound when a guy's tagged you for 2 hits and you make him look like that.
Yeah, Randall, one of the hottest hitters this evening. 2 of Oklahoma Wesleyan's 5 hits. This one is big swing that's foul. Thank goodness, down the third base line.
Yeah, outside of Brinkley and Randall, just Muncy with a hit.
Chavez never cheated on his swing. That's for sure. Getting some big hacks. 0-1 from Hector. And he'll fire a fastball by 0-2.
Seems to be all or nothing on that one, with him being 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts.
One swing of the back and change it right now in the 8th inning. And he's going to strike out again on a fastball that got by him quickly.
Hector looks the best he has the entire game at 110 plus pitches.
He's really trying to work out that right hammy right now, which we saw him take one last year off of the quad and still stayed in and pitched the rest of the inning on a shot that coming back at you at over 100 miles an hour. Dude just guts it out. Breaking ball in there for a strike to Randall.
Yeah, that's the guy you're going to have to carry off the field. Not a guy you're going to let walk off.
Randall is 2 for 3, so him and Brinkley have 4 of 5, and a fastball gets by him. It's 0-2. Sepulveda going to take just a quick second. Oh, 2 on the way from Hector. He goes with the fastball low. 1-2 as Randall watches that one go by.
Absolutely dialed in if you can get the strikeout here. 5 strikeouts in a row through 1 through 5 in the Oakwood lineup. That's ridiculous, especially 4th time through.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 8th. 1-2 delivery. Oh, it gets away from him. Fastball's high, 2-2.
More of a hockey goalie behind the plate than a catcher at that point.
Sizemore having to go up and climb the ladder. Randall has battled back from down 0-2 to get it 2-2. Eagles have a lefty warming in the bullpen. 2-2 pitch, breaking ball. He's going to strike him out. Looking as he strikes out the side. Hector Sepulveda, 8 strong for Ottawa. And the Braves trying to take the lead in the bottom half of the 8th. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
Learning to work as part of a team is a trait that not only benefits students and athletes now, but can help them as leaders of tomorrow. This is Eric Price, funeral director and owner of Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Homes, proud to sponsor this sports broadcast on KOFO. Visit lamb-roberts.com.
Advent Health Ottawa invites you to Walk-In Wednesdays, a weekly hiring event from 10 to noon at 1302 South Main. They're currently looking for RNs, clinical and non-clinical support, and entry-level staff. Visit careers.adventhealth.com/Ottawa for details. Advent Health Ottawa is an equal opportunity employer.
My name is Darby Whitell. I'm from Ottawa, Kansas. I'm studying biology and I'm a freshman at Ottawa University. I didn't expect how involved I would feel coming here. It's almost kind of like its own community. I'm very close with my family, like my parents, my brothers, my grandparents, like they're all my big support systems and they can come see my sporting events. Coming here was one of the best decisions I could have made.
The right decision for you is Ottawa University. Find out more by visiting ottawa.edu.
Hector Sepulveda, 8 innings for the Braves, 122 pitches, double digits in strikeouts up to 14. Last count is that we have now for him. 14 strikeouts there. Hitting it off for the Braves is going to be Holland Bone.
That 14 is a season high for anybody on this Braves team.
Holland leads it off. And Brothers back out there after he got a massive double play to end the inning, which kept Bone from coming to the plate with the bases loaded.
Yeah, we did see that lefty up in the bullpen, but you can't feed Bone a lefty here. You got to keep the righty.
They'll lead off the 8th inning, followed by De Leon.
Though it really doesn't matter.
Fastball to Bone for a strike, 0-1. Holland has reached base twice on walks and then a fly out in the first inning to deep center field. 0-1 delivery to Holland. Breaking ball that he's out in front of. Now he's behind 0-2. Brothers went back to the curveball.
Yeah, one of the best eyes of the plate I've seen. Maybe him and Kratz, 2 of the best eyes I've seen. So to swing at that like that means you're doing well.
0-2 pitch breaking ball that's hit deep to left. That ball still going back. That one to the track, and Delgado makes it at the wall. The second one driven to the track by Bone. And a long first out.
Tried to blow maybe add a little excess wind on that one. It didn't work.
Well, and Delgado, I think, played a little bit of a, maybe a little cat and mouse there. He ran hard to get it started and then just stood and waited for it. Brings up Luis De Leon. Aguilar pinch hit for him the last time through the lineup when he dropped the sack bunt. And De Leon takes strike one.
Beautiful bunt, textbook bunt.
De Leon at the plate with Sizemore on deck. 0-1 from Brothers, and it's check swing that's fouled off and out of play. 0-2. And Brothers trying to respond after the 3 strikeout top of the 8th inning by Sepulveda. He just goes right at these Ottawa hitters. 0-2 pitch is high, 1-2.
It's an absolutely important inning for Brothers. If he can get 3, 4, 5 out and have 6, 7, and 8 come up in the 9th, I think he'd like that a little bit more than the top.
1-2 delivery is going to miss high. 2-2 to De Leon. Luis 0 for 2. Fly out and strikeout. He came up clutch in the series at the beginning of the season. Can he do it right here? 2-2 to De Leon is low, but they're going to say he got the bottom part of the zone, and it's strike 3 looking for Luis.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's one that you don't like to see, especially this late in the game.
Brings up Nicholas Sizemore. His sac fly tied this game in the 6th inning, as it scored Farnham from third.
RBI.
And he's well behind a fastball from Brothers for strike 1. Brothers has seemed to have found a different gear here in the 8th. They just have not been able to time up the fastball outside of the long fly ball by Bone. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball. It's popped up in the behind home plate, and it is going to get out of play. It's 0-2. He has gotten 0-2 on all 3 hitters in this inning.
Absolutely locked in the 8th. I don't know what's happened with these 2 pitchers, but my goodness.
0-2 count to Sizemore, 2 outs. Breaking ball that misses low, 1-2.
I went a little close. You have to think if that's squeezed, it's a little more enticing of a call.
1-2 delivery to Sizemore, low, 2-2.
Did the similar thing last at bat, grinded that out. Force fly out.
2-2 count, 2 outs, bases empty. Bottom of the 8th, tied at 2. Delivery to Sizemore, breaking ball, and it's ripped but foul down the third base line.
Knew exactly what he was going to get on that one. Just
That's a Matt Kincaid. It's a double in a round park right there.
cricket field.
Cricket field, you got the people on their feet for a 6. Two-two pitch from Brothers. It's fouled at the plate by Sizemore, and we'll go 2-2 again.
Mentioned that high pitch count and grinding it up there, but still no arm.
Braves with 2 runs on 2 hits, the 1 error. Two-two on the way to Sizemore. He's going to take a fastball that was really good. It's called ball 3.
I think De Leon's asking if he can get that call as well.
3-2 count to the catcher, Sizemore. Brothers goes back, fires a fastball, high for ball 4. 2 really good pitches near the zone, and he laid off both of them to take his base.
And now again we see the action. That lefty back up.
Braves will get a pinch runner. That's going to be Brad Grant, 5'7" junior from Vancouver, Washington.
Little further away. That's more Portland, but it's Washington nonetheless.
Tied at 2. Runner at first for the Braves. It'll be the freshman Carson Johnson. He's going to rip this one to left, but it's right at Delgado for the 3rd out. We go to the 9th inning, still tied at 2. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
Sophia and Chris Garcia came to Arvest Bank looking to get a home loan. Let's hear what happens.
Chris and Sophia, thanks for choosing me as your lender in the Arvest Home for Me app. And now...
There's more paperwork to do.
Nope, I got the info you sent through the app. And now...
We wait to hear from someone at your main office.
No, now you're pre-qualified and ready to find your new home.
Wow.
And I'll be with you every step of the way.
That's...
helpful.
Very helpful.
Home loans made easy. Arvest Bank. Ready to help. Equal housing lender.
The first Saturday in May. You're invited to the Run for the Roses.
They're off in the Kentucky Derby.
And when the hats go on, all bets are off. The pageantry.
One of the great American sport events.
The party. And the passion. The 148th Kentucky Derby, tomorrow, 2:30 Eastern on NBC and Peacock.
So they'll play at noon tomorrow. To the ninth inning we go. Sepulveda versus Brothers, and they have been fantastic this evening. That's Sepulveda 122 pitches, Brothers with 124. And Sepulveda out there for the ninth. We will let you know, Ottawa University Braves softball know their opponent for tomorrow at noon. It'll be the Tabor College Blue Jays as they defeat Oklahoma Wesleyan, as that avoids the 1-2 matchup. But we called that series just over a week ago, and it was a walk-off win for the Braves in Game 2 that actually clinched the regular season title. So they'll match up again tomorrow at noon. But right here, what an evening we've had. Sepulveda back out there, 14 strikeouts. He'll face Manone, Logan, and Richardson in the top of the ninth. First pitch to Manone is ball 1, 1-0. Manone is 0 for 2. He flew out in the first inning and then grounded out in the third, and he's going to take ball 2. That one's low from Sepulveda, 2-0.
We mentioned leadoff runners being down on this count, especially the 6-hole.
2-0 Manone shows bunt and brings it back, and then they're going to say ball 3. And it's 3-0, and Hector can't believe it.
Yeah, I have to think the bat maybe affected the side of the home plate umpire, because I don't know where that missed.
3-0 from Hector, showing bunt is Manone. He'll bring it back and take strike 1. And he tosses his bat towards the dugout.
Would have liked to have that one on the first pitch.
Of all the balls that he called in that plate appearance, that one was the most closely resembled a ball.
Most egregious.
But we'll take it. 3 balls and 1 strike. Leadoff hitter for the Eagles in the ninth inning. 3-1 pitch, going to be hit off the end of the bat and foul as he's come back to 3-2.
Always have to be careful with those. I've seen 2 of those off the end of the bat start in foul territory and come all the way back fair.
We've had a couple of he wanted that ball back, and I think Hector is hurt. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it takes a lot for him to call the trainer out, and not for him to go out.
And I think it's his arm, his right arm. We're going to take a break. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
Your first house. It looks a little different for everyone. For some, it's a place to gather. For others, a place to rest. And for others, it's a place that was a place to rest or gather until they built a stadium 2 blocks away, and now all you hear is a roaring crowd or someone asking if you're ready to rock. No, you are not ready to rock. But no matter where you call home, Geico makes it easy to bundle and save on home and car insurance. Easier than trying to drown out 40,000 people by speaking really loudly.
Parenting doesn't come with a manual, so if you are currently raising children, you no doubt could use a little help. Whether you have a child who is potty training, a strong-willed 5-year-old, colicky newborn, or rebellious teen, Life Care Center of Ottawa offers free parenting education to any parent of any age child. Not only that, while you are learning, you are also earning the resources you need to help care for your children, all at no cost to you. Call us today at 785-242-4500 to start becoming the mom or dad you were designed to be.
Secretary Laura Howard of the Kansas Department for Aging and Disability Services wants us all to recognize that elder abuse is an ever-present problem in our state and across the country. We can all watch for and spot the warning signs of a problem and make the call for help if an older Kansan needs assistance. There are signs of physical, emotional, and sexual abuse to look for that include bruises, black eyes, bone fractures and lacerations, sudden changes in behavior, or other unexplained injuries. There are also other forms of abuse that aren't as easy to see, but are just as important to watch for and report, such as financial abuse and exploitation. Don't let our older neighbors, friends, or family members suffer alone silently. Be their voice. If you recognize any of the signs of abuse or even suspect abuse, call the Kansas Abuse Hotline at 1-800-922-5330. Sponsored by the Kansas Department for Aging and Disability Services and aired in cooperation with this station.
Hector Sepulveda has exited this game. Final line, 8 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 runs, none earned, a walk, and 14 strikeouts on 117 pitches. We're not going to try and predict what happened. We just know that it's a right hand injury of some kind, but he has had to be forced out of this game, and the Braves will bring in Creed Jeffers, the 6'2 sophomore from Ramona, California. But my goodness gracious, Blake, what an evening for Hector. Unfortunately, he's going to go down with, depending on how this goes right now, currently a no decision, but isn't going to be able to get the win.
Yeah, it's tough to see. We saw that with Seidel in the Tabor series. You just hate to see one of your best arms on a team just go down, whether for or against.
Connor Jeffers comes in a 3-2 count, the leadoff hitter in the 9th inning. Jeffers a 2.48 ERA, 54 strikeouts, 15 walks, and 36 in a 3rd innings pitched.
And all KCAC first team.
And he will face Manone with the count at 3-2. And time is called by Manone as he got something in his eye. Nobody out in the top of the 9th. 3-2 count. First pitch of the game for Jeffers is going to be strike 3 looking. And Manone can't believe it.
You have to think you'd like to give Hector half a strikeout on that one at least.
He got the first 2 strikes, so he got 2/3.
2/3. 14 2/3 the final line for Hector.
1 down for Logan. 0 for 2. Walked and scored a run in the 5th. Delivery from Jeffers on a breaking ball, fouled away by Logan.
And that the 6th straight Eagle to be retired via the strikeout, as Hector was in a groove, and now Jeffers comes in to continue the good work.
Oh, 1 on the way from Jeffers. Another breaking ball that misses just below the zone. 1-1.
Yeah, you see more of a curveball from Jeffers than the slider from Norrell and Bryant and Sepulveda.
One on the way from Jeffers. And a fastball near the eyes that couldn't lay off of it was Logan. And it's 1-2. Good thing about today, Crease told me he needs to get a haircut right now. Just said the wind in Kansas just killed him this year. So he said today's a good night for him. The wind down. Gotta love it from Creed Jeffers. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out in the 9th, and he's gonna get a 2nd strikeout. Blows it by Logan on the hard swing, and 2 down in the top of the 9th. And a pinch hitter upcoming for Oklahoma Wesleyan. It'll be number 21, Tommy Davis.
9 of 11. 9 of the last 11 Eagles struck out, with just Gonzalez going down on the pop out to Wisner.
And for Davis, 6'2 junior, probably a 5'11 sophomore, from Federal Way, Washington. Played at Lower Columbia College.
Oh my goodness, Federal Way.
I think we had a couple players from Federal Way a year ago.
I believe Kohler was from Federal Way.
That's right. Benjamin Kohler, who
and Kratz.
Both from Federal Way, Washington.
The NWAC pipeline.
And he will face Jeffers. First pitch, breaking ball for a strike from Creed. you look at the numbers on Davis, he's hitting 136 as he makes his 23rd plate appearance of the year. Does have 3 hits and an RBI. Oh, 1 from Jeffers. Breaking ball has him going after it. 0-2.
It doesn't get any easier going from Sepulveda to Jeffers. In fact, it might get harder. Jeffers might have a little bit more bite on the breaking ball here late.
No balls, 2 strikes. Jeffers delivers, just getting a piece is Davis, and shoots it foul. It's the final game of the day here at the Great Bend Sports Complex. Started off with Oklahoma Wesleyan and friends. You had Tabor and Kansas Wesleyan, and now Ottawa and Oakwoo. Oh, 2 from Jeffers. Strikes him out, and he strikes out the side in relief for Sepulveda. Braves come to the plate in the bottom of the 9th, needing 1 to walk it off. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
Think about this. Almost every day, you benefit from one or more of your guaranteed freedoms in the First Amendment. When you practice your religion, when you speak your mind, when you write a letter to the editor or post on social media, when you gather together peacefully with others for a cause, when you write to Congress or the government asking for change. These are 5 freedoms guaranteed to every American in the First Amendment. Think first. Go to thinkfirstamendment.org to learn more.
Sponsored by the Kansas Broadcasters and Press Associations.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard has led to a lot of firsts for me. It paid for me to be the first person in my family to go to school. That education got me to the first day at my dream job, which I can still hold while I serve part-time. That job and the home loan benefits I got from the Army National Guard helped me buy my first house. I also know that I will be one of the first to respond if my community ever needs me.
Sponsored by the Kansas Army National Guard, aired by the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
7, 8, and 9 due up for the Braves in the bottom of the 9th. That is, as Blake mentioned, 8 straight strikeouts for Braves pitching and 10 of the last 11 striking out for the Eagles offensively. And the Braves need 1 to walk it off in their first game of the KCAC tournament in 2022. Braves 2 up will be Jeffers, Zazaya, and Spradlin. I mentioned 7, 8, and 9.
Something or anything. Get it to the next man.
0 for 2, but he did reach on a hit by pitch in the 5th. Came around to score the first run of the game for the Braves. Breaking ball stays high, 1-0.
I've seen him have some power this season, so you never know with this wind.
1-0 from Brothers is in the dirt, 2-0.
Be a heck of a time for our first home run of the game.
Lefty still warming in the bullpen for Oklahoma Wesleyan.
Seems like he's been warming for the last 4 innings.
2-0 pitch right down the middle for a strike, 2-1. Brothers starting this inning with 124 pitches. Two-one delivery and big swing from Jeffers, but it's fouled back and out of play, 2-2. Two-two count. Connor Jeffers at the plate. Breaking ball popped up in the infield. And it is going to creep out of play, thank goodness. Thought that wind might blow it back into play. Went up a mile high.
Almost spelled danger for out number 1.
2-2 count as Brothers takes his time getting back to the mound. We make our way towards 10 o'clock here in Great Bend. This game has been as good as advertised. 2-2 delivery, fastball low, it's full at 3-2.
Needing any way on. With Aguilar already spent on the sac bunt earlier in the game, I have to wonder if Zaz is going to bunt.
3-2 pitch, going to be low, ball 4. The Braves get a leadoff walk from Connor Jeffers.
Coach Grinder looking at that card, that play call card.
Bring up Logan Zazaya. 1 for 2. Reached base though on his last 2 plate appearances as he got the single in the 6th. Or excuse me, single in the 5th and a walk in the 7th. We know Jeffers with plenty of speed, the left fielder. First pitch showing bunt and unable to drop it down is Zazaya as it's fouled out of play.
Absolutely imperative he gets this bunt down.
No balls at 1 strike, nobody out. In the bottom of the 9th, tied at 2. Braves do get the leadoff runner on base. It's Connor Jeffers.
I'd like to see Zaz push this one down the right first base side.
And he shows bunt immediately. 0-1 pitch, drop down the first base side, and it's foul. 0-2.
Let's go, baby. Jump side, jump side. Let's go. Go to one front.
0-2 count. Do you go back to the bunt here, Blake?
It's always a coin flip. You never know, especially with your top of the lineup coming up in the hole with Wisner after Spradlin.
0-2 count. Breaking ball. He's going to strike out swinging. On 1 in the dirt and 1 down in the bottom of the 9th. And he keeps Jeffers at first base. Chavez again doing everything he could to keep it in front of him. 1 down for Spradlin. 0 for 2, but he did walk in the 7th. Got to find a way to get somebody over to second base if you're Ottawa.
And Spradlin, one of the guys to lay down a lot of sac bunts over the season.
This one hit down the line. That's a fair ball. They're going to turn Jeffers for third. Delgado's throw will not be in time. And the Braves with runners at the corners with 1 out. In postseason, Zach Spradlin comes through. And runners at the corners with 1 out for Jonah Weisner.
Great Ben Zach's back.
And heads up base running from Jeffers is, as soon as it got into left field, that ball died in the mushy water. And they're going to walk Jonah Weisner. Intentional walk to Jonah will bring Tyler Farnham to the plate.
Always dangerous when you put Holland Bone on the on-deck circle. We did see this play out in an unceremonious way for the Braves earlier.
This just would need to be hit to medium depth to score Jeffers from third, you would think.
Or even just softly, very, like, past the pitcher to the shortstop. Middle of the infield's playing back.
Farnham did have a single back in the 6th. Also hit by a pitch this evening. First pitch to him, showing bunt, brings it back, takes ball 1.
Gutsy.
And you know this, as we always say, baseball tends to bring you back full circle. And here he's in the same spot he was 2 innings ago when he grounded into that double play. An opportunity to redeem himself right here.
The baseball gods have the best sense of humor.
1 ball and no strikes, bases loaded for Ottawa. Bottom of the 9th inning, tied at 2. Opening game of the KCAC tournament for the Braves. 1-0 pitch to Farnham, shows bunt, brings it back 2-0. Two balls, no strikes.
Would hate to see Brothers' phenomenal day come down to a walk, but you never know.
Muncie playing really close in at first base. Third baseman is playing at normal depth. 2-0 delivery is going to be a fastball, called a strike, 2-1 from Brothers.
Yeah, take it until you get a strike there, especially late in the game. So you have to think maybe the bunt attempts or maybe to draw the infield in. Increase that gap in the 3-4 hole.
2 balls and 1 strike, 1 down in the bottom of the 9th. The base is loaded. Tyler Farnham at the plate. He's going to swing over the top of the fastball. It's 2-2. Bone in the on-deck circle for Ottawa. Tyler Farnham at the plate. Jeffers 90 feet from home.
Looking to send the fans back to the hotel rooms happy.
2-2 on the way. A breaking ball that he swings at out of the zone. And it's strike 3 for Farnham. And the KCAC Player of the Year looking to try and deliver one here for Ottawa. The bottom of the 9th and the base is loaded.
Strikeout not the end of the world, as it does at least give Bone a chance to hit with the bases loaded.
Bone is 0 for 2, but has reached on walks in the 4th and 6th.
Both of those outs were loud, though.
Driven to deep center field. First pitch, a breaking ball low for ball 1.
Deep center and deep left center.
9 strikeouts now for Brothers. There's also 7 walks. 1-0 count. 2 down, bottom of the 9th, bases loaded. This one's going to be hit to right field. Is it going to drop? Diving effort not made, and Ottawa walks it off. Holland Bone delivers yet again, and Ottawa moves on in the KCAC tournament winners bracket. A diving effort from Logan comes up short, and Ottawa celebrates as they win it 3-2.
What a way to do it. Couldn't ask for anything better. Player of the Year coming up exactly when they need him.
And a shame that Brothers going to be saddled with that loss, Blake, but what a game. Braves win it 3-2. They will play at 7 o'clock tomorrow against the winner of McPherson. Who's McPherson play tomorrow, Blake? Remind me real quick before we send that to break.
Tabor or
It'll be Tabor. Yeah, Tabor won today. So it'll be McPherson and Tabor. They play tomorrow early in the morning. Ottawa will be back at 7 o'clock. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Braves Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KLFO.
Have you ever heard the saying, there's no such thing as a free lunch? Well, that's not true for students in Kansas. Free breakfast, too. Every student, every age, every school day. All you have to do is be enrolled at a Kansas school and enjoy eating safe and delicious meals free of charge. Turns out there really are free lunches because healthy food fuels hungry minds.
Brought to you by the Kansas Department of Education, the USDA, and this station.
It's another exciting year of Royals baseball at the K and away on KOFO. Thanks to our longtime title sponsor of Royals baseball, State Farm agent Ryan Disbro, and our generous game sponsors, you can hear the boys in blue on radio as they were meant to be heard. We encourage you to shop with our sponsors as the best way to be Together Royal this season. Your sports source and home for Royals baseball in East Central Kansas once again is 1220 and 103.7 FM. KOFO.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Braves win it on a walk-off. Holland Bone delivers with a single to right field with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th to give Ottawa a 3-2 win as we wait to chat with, we're going to try and get Hector Sepulveda, Holland Bone, and then also talk with head coach Gabe Grinder here shortly. Blake, just kind of your final thoughts. I mean, what an effort to come up with the win there for Holland to deliver yet again.
Yeah, this team's just a bunch of dogs, and when you get to May, you get to June, you're going to need that, and these games are going to pay off later, so good to have them now.
We will wait to see if we can grab Hector here shortly, as it is a 3-2 win for the Braves. Final lines this evening: 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for Oklahoma Wesleyan. They left 6 on base, but did not put anyone on base over the final 3 innings, as the Braves go 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error, and 6 left on base. As we'll get the headset on Holland Bone. We'll start with the man who walked it off. And Holland, what a night! I mean, what a way to start it off. We had some game winners last year in this stadium. How much do you like playing at Great Bend? First off,
I love it. It's a good facility. It's pretty fun.
Tonight they tried to pitch around you quite a bit. You drew a couple walks, got on base, but the 3 times they pitched you hit 2 to the track, and then that one you lofted out to right field for the single. What did you kind of see on that final walk off hit?
Well, I was waiting for the inside fastball again because they were coming with me with that all night. It was a little late. It wasn't the prettiest swing, but it works. I'm a little out of breath.
had to make your way over to turn the corner at first as the team chased you in that situation. Everyone knows Oklahoma Wesleyan has been the perennial power in this conference for a long time. They came in with a big win this morning. Had a lot of momentum early on, but y'all kind of weathered the storm and really rode Hector down the stretch, and y'all are able to deliver with the bases loaded.
Yeah, they're a really good team. They're a great program. We knew that coming in. They were really hot coming in. We just knew Heck would go for us. I mean, that was a heck of a performance from Hector. But I thought our swings early were fine. We were aggressive. We didn't do that this past last weekend. So we came out really aggressive, and then stuff just wasn't falling. But we stuck with it. Kind of laid off the curveball in the dirt a little bit towards the end, and then got the job done in the end.
Well, you get another night game tomorrow. We wait the winner of McPherson and Tabor. But Holland, congratulations, and again, delivering for this team on the offensive side with that walk-off tonight.
Thank you.
We're going to go and get either Coach Grinder or Hector on real quick as we'll chat with them. We'll do Hector first. Before we run through it, Sepulveda, 8 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 runs, none of those earned, a walk, and 14 strikeouts with 127 pitches. So, Hector, first off, how's the hand?
I'm feeling good.
Feeling okay? All right.
Oh, yeah.
I think that we were trying to figure out, don't know what the injury is. Just saw, the temperature drop by 15 degrees during the game, I imagine. Just trying to stay warm as much as possible. You just kind of got in a groove over those final 3 innings and really kept your team in it, even though the bats might have been a little cold. What was kind of your thoughts on today overall and your performance?
I mean, we're late in May, so we're just battling, right? So just trusting my guys behind me and just knowing that they're going to do their job. And as I go compete, right, we just compete and we will come out on top.
When Kellen Brothers tonight went 8 2/3 for them. Do you feed off of that when a guy on the other side
There's a duo, what I'm saying? Baseball is like that. So to be in that opportunity and him doing a good game is just it's awesome. Baseball, right?
That's right. Well, I want to ask you. Creed Jeffers comes in and it has to take over on a 3-2 count. I know he gave you a big hug as you walked off the field. He struck out the side. We were asking if that goes down as like a half strikeout for you and for him.
Can we share it?
What did he say to you, or what did you kind of say to him when you embraced him as he came off the mound?
I mean, he's a competitor, so he just told me that way to go out there and how it's fitting, right? It's contagious, very contagious.
Well, Hector, get an opportunity tomorrow to play another night game. Things are special here in Great Bend. I remember last year when you pitched,
I know, right?
We talked about how you took the line drive off the leg and still finished the inning. Is there something about playing under the lights that kind of juices you a little bit?
I don't know. It just finds me, dude. Something finds me.
Well, what a game tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Again, 8 innings pitched, 14 strikeouts, just 1 walk, and then 2 runs on 127 pitches. And your team's headed into the second round of the KCAC tournament.
We have guys that are ready to throw and play, and we're going to keep rolling.
Thanks, Hector.
Roll Braves.
We're going to give it over to head coach Gabe Grinder. Coach, another battle with your former colleagues over there in Oklahoma Wesleyan, and your team able to deliver with a big single there from Holland. But let's start with the pitching performance from Hector. We talked about the 8 innings pitched, 122 pitches, 14 strikeouts. I mean, he just battled back and forth with him and Brothers.
Yeah, he was great for us tonight. It was reminiscent kind of what last year we saw in the first round of this conference tournament, of having a number 1 just go out there and just dominate from start to finish. And when we have pitching like that can keep us in a game when we're not hitting, that's all you can ask for, is to have that chance to win it at the end.
I want to ask, because you strike out 10 of the final 11 batters that your pitchers face tonight, and those happened over the final 3 innings. Usually as we talk about, pitchers tend to fade as the game goes on. What is it about what you've done with this group of pitchers, whether it was Jeffers or Sepulveda tonight, that they continue to just get better as the game goes on?
They're just very disciplined. They do it at practice every day, what we ask them to do, and execute pitches at a high level, so that we know we can get some stuff going in games with them as well. And
We just kind of, about midway through the game, we saw something with Oklahoma Wesleyan's offense that Hector did an awesome job of exploiting down the stretch, and it allowed him to just dominate.
Hollenbone comes up with the walk-off single for your team, but I want to go back to Zach Spradlin's single that kind of got things sparked in the ninth. Had a tough eighth inning, unable to get a run there in the eighth, and then the double play there in the seventh. With the bases loaded. How important was it to try and get Holland to the plate in that ninth?
It's everything. You got to get your best hitter to the dish. He's the player of the year. It's the situation you want to be in. You live or die with that guy in that spot, and thank goodness the outfield played way back, and he snuck one in to get us that win tonight.
Tomorrow you'll play at 7 o'clock again under the lights. I was asking Holland, is it just a different atmosphere? Finally getting to play under the lights. I mean, it is. We got to play in New Orleans. Of course, it was in a downpour, but three night games last year here in this venue, and it's just something about your guys. They just have a little extra juice.
It is. I was worried about the night game. I'm not going to lie, Casey. We tried to practice on the lights twice last week to prepare for this. Or sorry, I should say early this week to prepare for this. And unfortunately, the rain back home didn't allow that, so I didn't know what to expect tonight because we haven't played a night game since February. But the guys love the big stage. They always rise to the challenge, and they just find ways to win games.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you joining us. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Thanks, Casey.
We're going to send it to one quick break and bring it back to wrap it up. Braves win it 3-2 as they walk it off in the ninth inning with a Hollenbone single. You're listening to Braves Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
In a show where everything goes wrong, there's only one thing that can make it right: buying a ticket. Join the KOFO Travel Club on another fun-filled jaunt to the new theater and restaurant. See Armin Shimmerman and a brilliant supporting cast in The Play That Goes Wrong, Wednesday, June 8th. When a small theater company stages a 20s-style murder mystery, things quickly go from bad to disastrous. The leading lady is unconscious, the corpse won't stay dead, and the actors are tripping over everything, including their lines. Critics and audiences alike are calling this the funniest play that Broadway has ever seen. Your $74 ticket gets you admission and a round trip to and from the venue. Leave the parking lot south of the Bottle House at 10:30. Enjoy the show and be home before 5. Sign-up deadline is Monday. Join the fun when you join the club, the KOFO Travel Club, from KOFO 1220 and 103.7 FM.
Welcome back as the Braves move on in the to the winners bracket as they await the winner of McPherson and Tabor tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. We'll have that one for you. It might be a split broadcast depending on how things go for softball tomorrow as we bring on Matt Kincaid. And for those that have been tuning in on the stream, Matt has been doing all the production for us tonight. Can't thank him enough, running the ball, strikes, outs, hits, runs, errors. So even though we can't bring you the video because the KCAC has the rights for that, we wanted to at least give you the opportunity to feel like you were with us. And Matt, we got to call all those games last year in this venue, and tonight it was a little different. Oklahoma Wesleyan struck first. It felt like they came out with all the energy, and Ottawa kind of had to weather that early storm, and then just the pitching took over, and then your KCAC Player of the Year finishes it off.
Yeah, no, it was really quite a performance, and you're right. I mean, Brothers for Oklahoma Wesleyan was absolutely dominant. I think 26 pitches through the first 3 innings. It was like at 46 pitches through 5. And finally, the Braves were able to push a couple runs across and make things tough. And then it really just became a battle of wills down the stretch. And it was who was going to execute and who was given the opportunities. And Braves pitching, man, what a performance down the stretch. I think it was 10 of the last 11 guys strikeouts and an absolute, dominant performance down the stretch there.
17 total strikeouts for Braves pitching. Jeffers gets the win for Ottawa Brothers, saddled with the loss, and now they wait to take on McPherson or Tabor, which one of those two teams will have to play two games tomorrow. They actually open up the morning at, I believe, at 11 a.m. With that first pitch here in Great Bend. I mean, what an evening. Ottawa wins it 3-2, and that's a big win over a team that had won 11 straight. And I know we had a lot of eyes on this game today nationally. Have to think, when you look at the record for Oklahoma Wesleyan, people realize they'd won 11 straight coming into this, and that is a team that they could still make a run through the losers bracket, and Ottawa could see this team again later on. But the Braves did what they needed to do as far as getting the start from Hector. Not sure if it'll be Bryant or Norrell who goes for Ottawa tomorrow, but they have set themselves up going into what is considered the winners bracket semifinal here in Great Bend tomorrow.
Yeah, no, should be a battle and a ball game Always fun to call a game under the lights here in Great Bend, and another opportunity for the Braves to play a night game.
Right, I'm going to put out the call again. If there's an alum that wants to put in some money for some lights, I'm telling you, it is just special getting to call some games. And I think our students would enjoy watching a few of those under the lights too. I want to thank Blake Griffin, along with Matt Kincaid, who, as I mentioned, did all the production on the KCAC network and OttawaBraves.com for us today. I want to thank Hamp Janola as well and Larson Johnson at the station as we went through 3 games today, all starting at 12 o'clock this afternoon. And we will look to make a run with softball tomorrow through the losers bracket. They'll start at 12 o'clock and they'll play until they lose. So they'll start out with Tabor at noon. We've seen them make a run as well. Jay Kent has had teams that have made the run all the way to the championship, but they'll have to win 3 to make it to Sunday. As we'll wrap up our coverage for Ottawa University Braves baseball. Ottawa wins it 3-2 in walk-off fashion, and they will take on the winner of McPherson or Tabor tomorrow at 7 p.m. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Ottawa wins it. You've been listening to Braves baseball on KOFO.
We hope you enjoyed this broadcast of Ottawa University Braves baseball on KOFO. Brought to you by Quality Structures, Dingle & Son Mortuary, Sutton's Jewelry, Advent Health Ottawa, and by Ottawa University, Kansas State Bank, Ottawa Recreation Commission, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home. OU Braves baseball on KOFO is also brought to you by Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, CarStar, the Ottawa Herald, and Arvest Bank. For more information about our next OU Braves sports broadcast, visit the KOFO sports page at KOFO.com and listen Monday through Saturday